All right, Kingz After Dark goes to med school.
All right.
I'll become ear, throat, and heart specialist, whatever. Huh? Ear, nose, and throat.
Ear, throat, and heart. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes specialist.
If I ever become... All right, I'm going to be doctor of ass, tit, and heart.
Doctor of boob, butts, and personality.
So psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Off a roller coaster cause the bar won't close all the way? Ever looked at a seat and it looked back at you like, nah, king? Well, not no more, nigga. Welcome to Fatland, the first theme park engineered with Fat Nigga tech. This is where heavy meets happy. Roller coasters, built with Space XL grade steel and Fat Nigga physics. Lap bars with stretch, must be this thick to ride. The meat sweats, the Loop Deluxe, and the Snow Bunny Scrambler. We even got a ride with recliner seats. Go-karts, we call it thick drifters. Built like Hellcats. Heated steering wheels, big ass cup holders, extra wide seats for extra wide turns.
Babe, this thing has hydraulics?
Then we sliding over to the Fat Nigga Carnival Zone. But this ain't no Chuck E. Cheese ass midway. Every shot go in, every ring land, every prize feel like a tax refund.
I just won an air fryer at the ring toss.
And if you walk away without a snow bunny on your arm, you probably played the wrong game. And best believe we got concessions. Here at Calorie Code, we got turkey legs the size of forearms, slabs of oxtail, deep fried everything.
God,
Luxury
oxtail
seating
sounds real
everywhere,
good
shaded
right now.
cushion, ADA, BBQ, and Snow Bunny approved.
Stop with the
this
fucking
the only
Snow
park
Bunny.
where the seats fit, the plates heavy, and the vibes heavier. What attraction should we bless y'all with next? Hey, yo, shut the fuck up. It's Fat Nigga season.
This is so unnecessarily targeted at me. Ugh, what the fuck?
No, I don't know how it came across my timeline, but I watched like a bajillion of their videos.
I do like that this is just a sofa chair that this man
It
is
really
sitting
is. Okay, so other than the basketball levitating out of Homeboy's hand, for this to all be AI generated, this is a little crazy. Like,
in. It's a little fucking crazy. It's a little wild.
There was a few times the body types look kind of interesting, and I wonder if
Some of those angles don't make a ton of sense, but they never really did.
it got the titty bouncing
It got
right
the
and everything. Like,
Right. Like what? Well, first of all, what model did they use?
I'm
The loafer
curious.
chair was crazy.
The loafer
Probably.
chair.
What do they train it on?
Probably using
My
like
life.
WAN.
Well, her hair is not correct.
Mm.
Slide on over.
But,
Oh my
like-
fucking lord! Oh man,
It's
The way that ring moves, some of the like boxes like that is not.
that's AI generated for like.
Oh yeah, not everything is obviously for real, but like it's
It looks
close.
fucking close. Like if
If you're not paying attention,
I saw this
They
scrolling
really
through,
shied away from showing the AI food.
Yeah.
You could tell they wanted to have more clips of it in there, and it did not work
Oh
out.
wait, I just saw something. Damn it, Instagram. There's probably some plugin.
Instagram doesn't let you scrub.
They don't let you scrub.
No.
But I just saw someone's like knee becoming another person's arm. Oh man. Oh holy shit. Oh, this is a way to start the episode. Hi everyone.
They
Welcome
got
back.
the text right. Man, there's no way because
I'm assuming that's edited. That has to be
Yeah,
edited.
yeah,
That
that-
has to be like actual.
This is also clipped and edited together too, a certain way for sure. Like all of them,
assisted.
all of them have a similar edit style and the same narrator in the background, and Snow Bunny is the constant theme in all of them.
The fucking thing just says promotes body positivity and black excellence. Like
Hell yeah.
fucking snow bunnies are incredibly important to the black excellence movement. Holy shit. Now that we're almost through this, I want to see if we get back to that roller coaster scene.
Towards the end of this video.
Yeah, it's like right towards the end of it. But for real though, oxtail sounds like fucking delicious right now.
I've never had it before, but
It's really
I've seen you eating it and wanted to eat it.
Next time I get some, right here.
oh, yeah.
Next time I go, there's a place that's really good. Next time I get some, I have to make sure y'all get some with me. Oh man, you want to know what I had for the first time? Sunday, a shawarma.
Oh yeah, shawarmas are good.
Never had shawarma before, and I blame Avengers because the end of the first Avengers movie, they go get shawarma, and I remember the one that they had looked a lot like a gyro. Like it looked like, for the most part, just looked like they were eating gyros. And I'm not, I like gyros; they're not bad, but I'm not like a huge fan of gyros, right? Like it is what it is. So for the longest time, I just never cared about trying a shawarma. And then the other day, like 3 different YouTube videos in the same day had all to do with chicken shawarma. I was like, damn, that actually looked kind of good though. So I went and got one.
Where at?
This place called Sheshko over on near Celebration North.
Okay,
And,
yeah.
actually, it's as a matter of fact in the same plaza as Celebration North.
Oh, okay.
Like it's one of those storefronts to like the right of the main entrance. Really fucking good. Really good. I had no idea. And I'm like, man,
Like
this is,
shawarma, but you're lukewarm on gyros. I don't even know what's going on here.
I think it's mostly because the euros I've had a lamb meat.
What about falafel?
I love lamb.
I'm so confused on what falafel is. I thought it was like a dessert thing, and then I
No,
thought it was
it's
something
savory.
else, and now I don't know what falafel is.
I'm not exactly sure either. I think it's like part plant, maybe like meat season.
I believe it's like a cornmeal, like plant-based fried dough ball.
Chickpeas or something.
Chickpea, actually, you're probably right about chickpeas.
Okay, so it's Greek
Yeah,
hush puppies.
chickpeas. Yep. Ground beans, chickpeas.
Like I'd try one. I probably wouldn't be like super hype on it or anything.
You know, I was making all that fuss about being lukewarm on gyros. I'm lukewarm on falafel.
Right?
See, they look too much like hush puppies for me
I
to.
would say hush puppies are a pretty good description. They're a little crumblier than
I don't
that,
think I've ever had hush puppies.
or at least the ones I've had.
Hush puppies, I'm also very lukewarm on.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. I don't
I've
like
had
hush
some.
puppies.
Well, so here's the problem, right? My formative years of ever having a hush puppy was from Long John Silver's.
Oh,
So
well,
What's wrong with Long John Silver hush puppy?
they fucking suck.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
they're not
They're
great.
just like dry. I don't know. They're just dried bread balls.
That's how
and
they
then-
are everywhere, though, because that's
I've
how
had
they were
good ones,
there.
though.
Oh, whoops. Where?
I've had one. So there's this place called Main Street Barbecue over in Lowell, where
Okay.
they have them, and they're like, there's a bit more going on than just being fried bread balls. They had like corn in them, jalapeno. You can get them with different stuff on them.
Oh, okay.
And like they're a little
pretty
better.
banging.
Like it's those was like it moves the fucking indicator from like a 3 to a 5.
Okay, but is a Long John Silver's hush puppy like getting cream cheese ragoons at fucking Panda Express?
I've never gotten ragoons from Panda Express, but probably.
I mean, don't. They're just
They're
they're,
Oh, they're
just
just
cream
not good?
cheese. They
So they-
call it. They explicitly call it cream cheese ragoon. They don't even try to pretend that there's crab in there.
Oh,
Dang.
then yeah, more than likely.
See, like I haven't had a hush puppy with other stuff. It's always just been like plain,
Just bread.
dry, and,
Do
it's,
you
and
guys-
because of that, I'm just like, no.
Yeah,
So I'm stuck on something for a second. Do you guys like Panda Express?
not really.
I mean, I don't not like it. It's just if I'd rather have other things.
Panda Express sucks.
I
Panda
remember
Express
having-
is so bad.
I remember
Okay.
having like walnut.
I'm glad.
Yeah, I remember having like a walnut shrimp that was like pretty okay fucking years ago. And then I tried it again and I was like, man, this sucks.
It's expensive as hell. It tastes like ass. You
Why
might
do
get
this-
one thing that you think is like, okay, everything's covered in sugar.
It really
it's
is.
just like
It
well,
really
you want
is.
your sweet and sweet chicken. Do you want our honey and sugar? Like fucking butt chug?
the last
I got
time-
orange chicken with extra sugar. It's just like you sit there just like dribbling syrup on everything.
It's
and
like-
then they don't even have crab ragoons. They have cream cheese ragoons. And you're like, why the fuck did I come here?
I could have just gone to the Chinese place down the road.
I would much
Yeah.
rather just go to the Chinese place. The last time I had Panda Express, I was sitting, I think I was with you. It might have been me and you together.
I think it might have been.
The one on 28th Street. And I was like, man, why do the suburban white people go crazy for this thing? Like, what the fuck? Like, why would I ever go to a Panda Express ever again in my life? Like,
Yeah.
It's like I had never been to Panda Express, and then our VP was like, we're doing every once in a while, I'll take us out to lunch. It'll be like, we're gonna go. We tried to do a new restaurant each time. He's like, have you guys ever been to Panda Express? And I was like, no, I'll give it a shot.
I would fight my VP.
I was like,
Wait,
he was like, so what do you guys
this?
think? I was like, this was, gosh, it was sometime last year, I think.
Oh, okay.
It was, I think it was towards the end of the summer, I want to say, because it was like not quite cold outside. It was not quite winter, but it was like there was sun. So we went, and I was like, I was just kind of bewildered by the entire experience. I was like, I can't.
What's going on? What the fuck is this?
You know, I tried to be very polite about it because somebody else is paying for my meal. They're taking me out. There was a
Free
suggestion.
food, you know.
But I was like,
We'll take it, but
why does anybody eat here?
It feels like the food court.
Mm.
Food,
I feel like that's an insult to food courts.
You know, kind of. Well, depends on the food court.
Depends on the food court. What food court? Like what kind of food court? If you had to give an example in your mind. Now, it doesn't have like be a specific place, but like a type of place,
like a mall.
like a mall food court. I mean, that's just.
I mean, it feels like it would show like that is where you see Panda
that's-
Express.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah, that, yeah.
No.
like there's obviously there's the freestanding ones, but a lot of places you get a Panda Express in like one of those, right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Like 95% of the time I've been to a Panda Express was because of DoorDash to get someone else's order.
I don't
So
know if I
like
can do a Panda Express DoorDash order yet.
it's really mostly been over on the west side of town, essentially. Like that zone that I told you about.
Fair. I
by
avoid Wyoming.
the mall over there. Yeah.
I avoid
The
that
other thing
area.
about it is it's not cheap. It's fucking expensive.
Oh yeah, no, it is.
They don't even give you much.
They
And
don't.
really
They
don't.
really don't. They go like they pull the whole like give you a shit ton of rice and not a lot of food, and they crank it. They're like, here's your like they get like if you get it to go, there's
Here's
a
your
section
rice
this
garnished
big.
with your protein.
Literally, there's a section this big on your thing, and then there's like the other half is like two little sections like this big, and then they put one scoop of whatever, and then they just put so much fucking rice in there. You're like, I paid $14 for this.
What the fuck is
like
this?
what? I could have gotten everything. I could have gotten the biggest fucking cheeseburger at Five Guys
Yep.
for this,
Or
Right
and a
across the
milkshake.
way.
Or I
The
coulda went to-
large, no segmented buffet to go.
Yeah, you could have
Yeah.
like got them to buffets. You could have got two of them bitches for like $15.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very interesting. The first time I had one, well, not the first time, but like the third time, the last time I had one, I was like, I don't know why anybody would eat this. And with that being said, shout out to Panda Express, our sponsor of today's episode.
Have you ever had a craving for Chinese food, but really just wanted to drink syrup out of a bottle?
Then boy, do we have a place for you.
Put in KAD as a discount code. You get 15% off your next order.
Man, I
You
really
pay
want.
15
How
extra
ironic!
dollars
How
on your
ironic
next
do
order.
companies get in 2025 where they're paying for ads to shit on their product?
Any
For the irony
publicity
points,
is good publicity.
Any publicity is good publicity, baby.
I really want Chinese food right now, but I just want the cashier to be a white person.
Oh boy, we
I
got
want-
a place for you.
I want every morsel of food touched on this plate to be done by the hands of a white person. Where can I go?
I only really trust the food when it comes from Panda Express.
I thought you were gonna say.
If it comes from a white.
Yeah,
I mean, there's an implication.
I know.
That's supposed to be the
I
fucking
figured
joke.
that was the implication, but
He just
So that
didn't
we're all
want
on
to
the
come out
same
and say
page.
it.
you know,
Well, I was
You know,
trying to
I
play the
just-
role of a stereotypical white person where they're not going to say
Yeah, of
what's
course
actually
not.
going on.
of course not.
They're not going to be like, I just don't like that the Chinese touch it. They're going to be like,
Oh no.
they're just going to be like, I just only really trust it when it comes to Panda Express. I don't know why.
Well, see, I'm thinking about that
sounds
now,
good
and it's
to
like
me.
that whole strip over in Wyoming with the pin in. That pretty much is all the
Yeah.
white people running all them stores.
Yep.
Got the Chipotle's over there.
Yep.
I think what is it, the frozen yogurt place right there, the Five Guys right there, Panda
Probably.
Express right across the entrance to that strip there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the area.
Mm-hmm.
You want your food made by a 16-year-old kid straight out of high school?
Yeah.
Do you want your kid made by a really fucking depressed 37-year-old?
There is no in between.
Really?
That's the manager every time.
Do you want your kid made by a really depressed 77-year-old?
Yeah, looking. I'm surrogate hunting.
I
at
don't
the mall.
like the implication of that.
I'm like, hey, would you like a child in you?
Okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move the fuck on. Oh my fucking goodness! I had something else I wanted to bring up, and I don't remember what it is. So, oh well.
Thanks a lot, Panda Express.
Yeah,
What were we
Panda
talking about? I'm sorry, I just derailed this into Panda Express.
Yeah,
but
oh,
I have
shawarma.
very strong feelings about how shitty Panda Express is.
Yeah, no,
But,
it's not good at all. And
I also
don't
really
understand the
enjoy
hype.
Mediterranean food. I mean, there are a couple places where I've had just an okay gyro, but usually it's because like I always get hummus on my gyro because I like the extra little bit savory. It's a little bit extra protein. But like Parsley's, it's got a pretty good gyro. But the last time I had their hummus, it just tasted like fucking lemon, which is not great.
Not what you're looking for.
And then when you put that on top of the gyro, you're like,
See, now you see how I feel about shrimp scampi.
no.
I know, of course not.
But seafood is supposed to be combined with lemon flavor.
No, there's combined with lemon flavor, and then there's tasting like lemons.
You must have had some really bad shrimp scampi.
I think I did.
Well, I don't know. Shrimp is that kind of like food where it's like, depending on what you cook it in, it can really taste like that thing because of just how the shrimp is.
Like
you
it
know?
tasted those shrimp scampi I had. I don't remember where.
I don't know. I kind of disagree because I feel like shrimp doesn't absorb a lot of flavor, but it pairs well with like sauces and stuff.
Right.
But
I guess that's what
it's
I'm
very
talking
neutral.
about. Yeah.
It's kind of like egg. It felt like egg.
The shrimp scampi I had did not taste like someone took a squeeze of lemon, like a wedge, and just squeezed it over. It felt like they took the bottle of lemon juice
And,
and just drizzled that bitch over the top.
Oh,
Like
okay.
it was
Citric acid.
very lemony.
I mean, you say that. I don't think I would be opposed to that.
Fair. Like the shrimp scampi we had at Cheesecake Factory, that was not bad. That was pretty good. The one I had the first time I ever had, I think it was like was it Vitale's? I don't
Why are
know.
you eating at Vitale?
Huh?
Am I thinking of the right place?
I might not even be thinking of the right place, but it's out near the Amway over in Ada. There's a, I want to say it's Vitale's, but
Oh, is it? Yeah, that's a Vitale's.
yeah, I got the first time I had shrimp scampi was from them, and it just tasted like straight up lemon juice, just dousing everything. It was nasty.
Don't like that.
Speaking of things I don't like, so this started with you guys. He had another random ass Quora
Yeah.
feed thing.
It's been a minute.
It's been a long time since we talked about these.
Since we've
actually.
done Quora questions, since my, lock screen was, just bombarded with Quora. I think that was just around the time when I downloaded the app and Quora was like, oh, you must
really like us.
Yeah. And then I have not heard from them for like a year. But finally something came up on my lock screen.
They
And it
was
was
talking shit.
Right. And it was like, I swallowed a pea and it went through the wrong hole and is in my lungs. Is there something I should do? And is it serious? And I was like,
That's a fun one.
I'm intrigued. It's not like a crazy one that has caught us in the past, but it's just like, I haven't looked into something like this and I'm curious how dangerous that would be because it's not, an impossibility that you would just accidentally swallow something in the wrong, hole. So it's like, how deadly would that be?
Because it seems like it would, like bacteria would grow on it, or it would rot, or
Right.
I don't even know. So I was like, well, maybe I'll find some answers on this thread. And it's not like even the person's like story was crazy, but it seems like some of the like comments under the post.
The fucking answer, because the answer to this gets wild the longer I read it.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ. This person says, my mom had a friend that inhaled a popcorn hull. She hard coughed and hard coughed for about a week. When the coughing subsided, she wasn't worried about it anymore, though she coughed it up. Thought she coughed it up. I encouraged her to see a doctor to no avail. Several months later, she's running a high fever and coughing all of this gunk out of her lungs. Stinky brown and green gunk. She wanted me to bring her cough medicine, tea and honey, etc. When I got there, I was shocked at her appearance. She looked like death warmed over. She could barely walk. Screw the cough medicine and tea. I'm taking your butt to the ER. She was admitted and 2 days later was in surgery. The popcorn hull became embedded in her lung.
Ooh.
She ended up losing part of her lung. She now has to use oxygen. Getting something in your lungs is nothing to mess around with. Go to the ER. It might be nothing, but it might not be. Would you rather look silly or lose part of your lung? Or worse, and have to be on oxygen the rest of your life?
Yeah.
That's a... Ooh.
And that frightened me because I was like, oh, shit.
What the fuck is this Animal Planet clip?
I don't know.
Is that a pea growing in someone's lung?
Why did they change Animal Planet to that?
I don't know, and I don't like it.
Looking-
Yeah,
It's
I don't
just
know.
an elongated elephant.
It is.
A coworker inhaled a pea. She was wheezing and had to go to the hospital to get it removed via bronchoscopy, whatever. She ended up with pneumonia, but that cleared up with some antibiotics once the pea was removed. Check this out. How long is this?
I have not watched
We're
this.
not watching a 10-minute long video.
Oh, no.
That's 10 minutes. We might watch it during the break. We'll come back.
But yeah, apparently, like, that shit's dangerous.
I would
Why do you say apparently?
I mean, I just never thought about it.
the
Like,
idea of if you inhaled something down, like how bad would that be?
like with
Like, no, pretty fucking bad, I guess.
like with how clumsy I am sometimes, even with just eating, like I wouldn't put it past me to accidentally, like, you know, I swallow spit sometimes down the wrong, you know, hole. And I'm like, gosh, shit.
I feel like this is part of being human. I mean,
That's just the human experience.
But then it's like, if that happens to me a lot, then it's like, how easy is it to just swallow something small like that and maybe not even know it?
how bad is it to get cum down the wrong pipe?
Probably pretty fucking bad. Probably coughing up brown and green bad.
Damn,
I don't know.
guys, I
I feel
gotta
like-
go to the hospital.
I feel like your lungs can extract fluids easier.
Easier, but it's still something that's not meant to have in there. But it's probably less viscous than
So,
mucus.
I
So
wonder if is pneumonia specifically a fluid buildup in the lungs, or is
as
that
I
like
understand it, yes.
associated with cough? Like, do you have to get the flu to get pneumonia, or can you get pneumonia independently?
Like, what are
So,
the
like, is the
symptoms?
fluid buildup to expel that large object, or is it?
Thought it was like a bacterial infection.
Pneumonia is a lung infection that causes inflammation and fluid buildup in the air sacs, making it difficult to breathe. It can be caused by various germs, including bacteria, viruses, and fungi. Symptoms include cough, often with phlegm or pus, fever, chills, and shortness of breath. Treatment depends on the type of pneumonia and its severity, and may involve antibiotics, antiviral medication, or other therapies.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like if you do get something in there, that would probably cause germs and bacteria to start forming, which would then cause.
Right.
Because I know our body has mechanisms to remove junk from our lungs, like dust and like even like microbes, and like our esophaguses are pretty well protected from most like bacterial attacks. It's it's our we've evolved with the the knowledge that this is a good attack vector for stuff, and so like we have layers of defense which can be bypassed, which is why things like tuberculosis happen. But like there are defenses in place, and you can obviously also overwhelm them if you're like smoking consistently or like, but yeah. So but I never really thought about what would happen if a large object gets lodged in there, and I wonder if it's like because bacteria is on the large object and then it's like, hey, party time, or if it's like your body's trying to expel that, and as it's trying to expel that, it like produces fluid, and like that in and of itself makes it easier for an infection to happen. I don't know. I'd be interested to know more about why that happens.
All right. Kingz After Dark goes to med school.
All right.
We,
Call us Dr. Kingz.
we all become ear, throat, and heart specialists, whatever. Huh? Ear, nose, and throat.
Ear, throat, and
Ear, nose, and
Bruh.
throat. That's the acronym. Sorry.
head, shoulders, knees, and toes
Toes.
specialist.
If I ever become you get to pick 3 parts of the body you're a doctor of. All right, I'm going to be a doctor of ass, tit, and heart.
Oh my gosh.
Doctor of boob, butts, and personality.
So psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Psychologist.
Wait, what?
Psychologist.
What psychiatrist have you been seeing? Is he
The right kind. That's
the right kind? My psychiatrist's been treating me so right.
Oh my gosh.
question.
He's also a doctor of Boobs and
He's
butts.
also a doctor. My psychiatrist has been treating me so right. He's also a doctor.
Question: have y'all ever stuck like peas and shit up y'all nose as children?
Not that I
I
remember.
think so.
Neither have I. And
I think my family told me I've heard a story that I got something lodged up my nose at some point. But I remember not really. I remember thinking that was a really dumb thing to do.
right,
As a kid, I'd be like, "What the fuck?
why would
you
anyone do
that?"
this?
Like maybe when I was
Apparently
like,
it's way more common than I ever thought it would.
yeah, like particularly small, maybe. Like I was like, huh. But like, but like, ever since I've had the ability to like verbalize thought, I've been like,
That's dumb.
this kind of fucking
Doesn't
stuff.
seem right.
The same thing with like booger eating. I always thought eating. I picked my nose.
Picking
like,
my nose was absolutely a thing.
I
I
did,
never
but-
thought to eat the booger.
Yeah, I was like, why the fuck would you put that in your mouth? That's nasty. And then I would get accused of it, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Ew, no.
Dude, I witnessed something by accident.
Oh
What?
no.
A grown dude like in the parking lot in his car, and he like double picks his nose with his fingers and then sticks them both in his mouth. Like, just gotta freshen up before the date. It was like,
Don't want to get too full.
like, I can't believe I just saw that.
When did you witness this?
It was actually Bailey was there too. I can't remember if she saw it or not.
This was in your adult years, though.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
We were just like sitting in a parking lot. I think it was in Ada. And
You know, I'm not here to yuck.
I am. I'm here to judge him. I'm here to tell him what is and is not okay to do.
I mean, we all have free will.
And
What
not-
the fuck?
Yeah.
So, I'll admit,
Oh no.
I was a booger eater.
As a child, right?
Oh yeah,
Speak on
Okay.
that.
Yeah. Continue.
totally. So you know how I constantly talk about my immune system?
Okay, stop speaking.
I very much
We
believe
can stop
that my
now.
immune system
We
is
can
as
end this right
advanced
here.
as it is
we can
because I was a booger eater.
You don't have to continue.
So I want you to know that that's not how that works.
I don't
It's important to me that you know that.
They've done studies.
I don't
You're
think
gonna
they're
be
Now,
barking up the tree.
I can't bring up the studies. I can't
course
tell
not.
you what I've seen.
We
I can't
know.
tell you what study
Because
to go
there's
to
nothing,
on
Kenton.
the internet. But there is a correlation, if you look it up, of booger eaters to people who have better immune systems. There is a correlation. Now, I'm not saying that eat your boogers because it, gives you a better immune system, but what I am saying is I think that is
We're
a
not
factor.
going to just spread lies on this show.
I'm already
as
saying-
much as
no,
I like
look,
talking
look,
shit
look,
and
look,
making
look, look.
fucking fun, but we're not just going to be like, when you're eating your boogers, you're eating the fluid excreted by your mucosal membrane in your nose.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
that's dried and hardened.
Yeah.
It's a combination of proteins, white blood cells, and like pollen and dust.
Yep.
And that doesn't go into like you're not absorbing that, you're eating it. So it's
Yep.
getting boiled in acid in your stomach.
Yep.
There's no good mechanism for that to improve your immune system that I am aware of in any respect. Don't do that.
It's not gross because it's unhealthy.
No, it is. It is. It is.
Is it?
Yeah. It's
Like
still gross.
mentally unhealthy?
Both. All of it.
Mentally, maybe. But physically, I don't know. There are studies out there.
I
That's
don't
all
feel
I'm
like
saying.
it's harmful to you though.
I mean,
Harmful, probably, maybe.
it's
not.
probably more harmful for sure when you're, I don't know, younger, I guess, because you're so susceptible to everything.
possible.
I really don't think so. I don't
But-
think. Well, I mean, like, because you're a lot of the times
I don't
that
think-
is the shit your nose is filtered out so it doesn't get in your lungs.
It's
Right.
waste. It's
And I mean,
like
I
body
mean,
waste.
have you guys ever been in a particularly dusty environment and blowing your nose?
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Just like black shit.
so it's just like eating dust.
What do you mean by that?
I mean,
Pretty
like
much,
when
yes.
you blow your nose, it's black shit. No, no, like
It's eating
when I would work
crystallized
landscaping
dust,
and stuff, like I would get so
essentially.
much dust caked up in there, it would just be black.
Yeah.
So,
Dust dough.
yeah. I think it played a factor. That's all I'm going to say.
It did. Okay, next question though.
Play a factory.
Have you ever been sucking a dick so good you inhaled the fucking condom?
So
what the fuck is this story?
So when I saw that the thing about the pee, Michaela saw me looking at it and she was like, "Oh, that reminds me of this story that I heard about this chick who like swallowed a condom in her lung or something." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And I looked that shit up and I found this article, and that happens apparently, and it's not just this one person, because you did more research, Fluff, and found that it.
Yeah. This isn't the only instance that, at least according to the Google AI review, which can just be fucking delusional. All right, it can just imagine shit and make shit up. But according to that, it's not the only time it's happened. And I found another article related to something that we should check out after we're done talking about this.
Yep. So 27-year-old lady goes into a hospital with like cough, fever, thick mucus, and she thinks she has tuberculosis.
Mm.
They do their scans. They're like, "Babe, you ain't got tuberculosis, but you do have something in your lungs." Turns out that something was a condom. A 27-year-old woman showed up to a hospital with a cough, fever, and thick mucus that had been persistent for 6 months. 4 months prior to attending a hospital, she had been prescribed antibiotics and anti-tuberculosis treatment, which appeared to have no impact on her symptoms. Doctors write in a case report published in the National Library of Medicine. We probably should have looked into that. The school teacher sputum.
Septum. Wait, no, the sputum.
Oh,
You're right. You're right.
It says sputum.
I thought it was septum. I couldn't see the what just happened. What is happening?
Oh, I did the thing again. Whoops.
That's my favorite kind of static. It gives me panic attack every time.
It's nice, isn't it?
It's pretty.
I used to get that on on a phone that I had, and I had to like get it replaced. That's why.
Sick. And you guys won't know what we're talking about because that's not how recordings work. Yeah. Our TV just fucking spazzed out and went to the color static.
It's the RGB static.
Yeah,
the pretty one.
Yeah, that's a sputum, and I don't know what a sputum is.
It's like
I don't know either.
what you cough up. Sputum.
Oh, I never knew that.
That's
I
what
just
I
called
just
it
call
phlegm.
phlegm. Yeah.
The school teacher's sputum was tested for tuberculosis and was found to be negative. However, when her chest was scanned, they found a lesion in the right upper lobe of her lung. Upon further investigation, what's going on? It appeared to be an inverted bag-like structure sitting in the bronchus. Bronchus is a crazy word. The team removed the mysterious bag. Though most of it was destroyed by the process, it was still identifiable as a condom. For the layperson, the lungs are not in the top 10 list of places you'd expect to find a condom. Thank you. We needed that. Doctors, understandably, did not just leave it there and asked a few more follow-up questions to get to the bottom of events.
Yeah, I would have too.
Retrospectively,
both the husband and wife accepted to having undergone fellatio. No. It's the most like... This is the dumbest way to refer to it.
Why does everything have to be scientific terminology?
I mean, if they're quoting the Journal of Medicine, that's definitely how they said it.
Yeah.
But
the team wrote in their report they could recollect that the condom had loosened during the act, and at that time, the lady had also experienced an episode of sneezing or coughing.
So
So
did she not realize she swallowed it?
That's the fun part, right? Because like when y'all finished up and there was no condom to be found,
and you just felt like you inhaled something,
right?
Maybe it was one of those dissolvable condoms.
Well, clearly it didn't fucking dissolve properly. Now did it?
6 months.
Depending on how it felt, she could have just thought she swallowed it.
I feel like you know the difference. As someone who's never had a condom in his fucking lungs, I feel like
we're speaking with experience.
Let's find out tonight, all right? The team noted that
honey was for research.
The team noted that the diagnosis of the problem was delayed by several factors. They believe that the condom itself was unlikely to cause a lung injury directly due to its soft, elastic, and rubbery consistency, but the obstruction could have led to buildups of secretions as well as infections. However, the way the condom flapped inside... flapped inside her lung during breathing and coughing likely cleared some secretions, leading to the delay of symptoms that could be seen by medical staff. Embarrassment. The team writes that the couple may have been hesitant to disclose what had happened or else genuinely didn't correlate inhaling a condom with subsequently developing
I really
a cough.
feel like you should have been able to connect that.
You would think. I thought you were talking about me for a hot second. I was like, don't make fun of me from the way I read.
Oh, no. You do a good job.
Thank you. Yeah, no, like the idea of, so I was sucking them off that night, right? And we know the condom became dislodged. I fucking coughed like a mad woman. We did finish, by the way. We made sure that she finished.
I'm a trooper.
I'm a trooper. Mama didn't raise no quitter. We don't know where the condom went. I'm just going to assume I swallowed it and we're never going to speak of it again. And just at no point, no, they were embarrassed and they just don't want to have to say that.
Mm-hmm. I do think that it's funny that they were embarrassed to talk about their doctors about it, especially given the fact that they're like married.
Right.
It's not like she was like, I was in a wild sex bender or like.
No, the thing they're embarrassed about is that having to explain that he was wearing a condom while you were giving him a blowjob.
Well, see, now I'm wondering, like,
Which is why.
It's a little wild.
Well, you see, doctor, I keep my cucumbers in the bath and I slipped.
I wash them in the tub, man. It's much more efficient, easier that way.
well, see, now I'm wondering, like, how hard was she having to suck to get it all, like.
You see, the fun part is that it wasn't that hard to get it off. It was just super loose. And it just kind of fell off. And that's what they're really embarrassed about. I feel so bad for making fun of this, knowing that this might be a real thing, but this is also from 2021. Never mind, I don't feel bad at all.
No.
Damn.
No. You know, well, look.
Oh, that explains the 2021.
Wait, hold on. Given the age of the patient, the team did not consider inhalation of a foreign body as a possible explanation from the start. What the fuck does her being 27 have to do with this?
You know, 27-year-olds don't know how to breathe yet.
You know, fair enough. Fair enough. We assume that you figured out the breathing aspect of being a human by the time you're in your late 20s.
Maybe they just ruled it out because they're like, obviously she didn't inhale because like only kids like eat toys and shit.
Yeah, only kids eat condoms. The woman was expected to make a recovery, though small pieces of the condom were left in her lung following its tearing.
What's the Kids Eat Cars song?
Kids Eat Cars song?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
What's the Kids for Cars song?
Oh, kids. Okay. Kids eat.
I know nothing about a kids eat
Sorry,
cars.
I was going to make a joke inspired by a Hey Riddle Riddle bit about kids eating condoms, but in Hey Riddle Riddle, it was cars eat kids. And then I flipped it to kids eat cars when it's cars for kids. Sorry. Regardless, not really a very funny joke to me.
Those small pieces of the condom were left in her lung following its tearing, making it likely that she may have to have further bronchoscopy, whatever. The team believe that the case may be the only one of its kind in the medical literature. I can't read today.
Dang.
In case y'all can't tell, I'm a little sick today. It might be getting a little worse as we go along here. We'll see. So my words ain't doing so good and ain't putting them together super well. Fluff, you found something.
I did.
Now we get to play the game of where'd you put it?
It's
right there.
It's
You're on
right
it.
there. You're on.
Oh, this one? Oh, then what the fuck did you share extra?
Oh, that was the
video
that
that we
video.
watched.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Oh, this.
I feel like I remember this.
What is this?
Washington Post needing to fuck off. I'm not paying you jack
Oh shit! If only we were on Apple, you could like put it in reader mode and it just goes away.
shit. I could do some really fun, wacky shit. Oh, excuse me.
Change the desktop to.
Put it up on your phone. We'll read it that way. I don't feel like doing it.
Shooby shooby. What's the shoe? Sing the shooby bop. Oh fuck! I closed it.
Your body do bop, your body do bop.
Close.
There
you go.
In case you missed the condom snorting challenge and didn't know it was a bad idea. Imagine unrolling a condom, stuffing it up one side of your nose, then plugging the other nostril and inhaling until the long piece of latex slides into your throat. Then you reach back there with your fingers and pull it from your mouth. Why would someone do that? Apparently for the same reason young people have dared each other to pour salt in their hands and hold ice until it burns.
Because people are stupid.
Douse themselves in rubbing alcohol and set themselves on fire, or bite into colorful liquid laundry detergent packets. It's a game called the Condom Snorting Challenge, and not unlike other dangerous dares that have swept social media, teenagers have been trying it for years.
Can you pick a volume to read at?
Sorry, I was shocked. I was shocked as I was reading. People have been doing this for years.
You've been up and down on that volume scale the entire time you
You're
read
right.
it.
You know, I just try to keep things interesting. All right.
I did
I
not
want
find
you
it.
to be
Neither did
guessing.
I.
And I was also not sure if I should be trailing off there and like closing it off, because I don't think we need to read
You really
all
like.
through that to get the idea of what the fuck I was
Yeah,
talking about.
No, I remember when condom snorting became a fucking thing.
How long ago?
This was
2018.
This one was 2018. Yeah, because it was the time when like
Fucking, we were all stuck on it. Was this is not even pandemic.
it was
yet.
like just before pandemic.
This is just normal.
Well, because remember it started with the ice bucket challenge, and then that gave away with everything needed to be some stupid fucking challenge, and then there was the whole Tide Pod thing. The Tide Pod, well, really, I say it was the ice bucket challenge. What started the stupid trend of challenges was the cinnamon
the
challenge.
cinnamon challenge.
Oh yeah.
That really kicked shit off, and then it just turned into a bunch of other stupid shit.
How many people
What
died
else
from the
can we
cinnamon
snort?
Probably not enough.
You can die from that?
challenge? Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
The cinnamon challenge. Yeah.
you know how dangerous cinnamon is when inhaled.
Oh.
Because as it turns out, when you put a spoonful of a fucking spice in your mouth, the body doesn't really have a great reaction
Because
to it.
the whole point of the cinnamon challenge is it's like physically impossible to eat that much cinnamon.
Yeah.
But the most common reaction is to cough or inhale suddenly when you put it in there. So basically, you just put a shit ton of powder in your mouth and you send it straight into your fucking lungs. It's not good for you. And I do things and people died.
Yeah,
Um,
like that's a crazy inflammatory powder.
So
Ew.
let's just douse ourselves in alcohol and set that on fire.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain the fire challenge was a thing at one point.
It was, I think it was short lived.
As the people who did the challenge. They had real short ends of their lives, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, this shit was dope. The condom snorting one was like one of the last ones I heard of that was in the vein of like, you can't be this fucking dumb. Like, I thought Tide Pods were bad, and I still think Tide Pods are worse. But the condom snorting thing was like, what the fuck are you doing now? Like, what are we actually doing?
It's like putting vodka in your eye.
Like, yeah, like, watch me put bleach. Like, I'm going to drink like a cup of bleach as a challenge. What's the fucking challenge here?
yeah, I can't find at least one reported death on Vice for the cinnamon challenge.
Survival challenge.
The survival challenge.
It's
The cut
just
your
the
dick off
universal.
challenge.
Isn't that just life?
Yeah.
The bloodletting challenge.
You're all trying to just survive.
The hit by a car challenge.
Oh my.
Well, that's the
fucking
whole
goodness.
thing about the fucking stupid ass challenges is like on its face value, without thinking about it too deeply, that's just be seen like something plausible to do, like eating a cup of cinnamon in 60 seconds. Like, you don't think about it, so you eat something in 60 seconds, I could do that, but it's dust. All right.
Right.
Or like chugging milk. Like a whole gallon of milk.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That
That just seems like a recipe for disaster.
well, like
Like that was a challenge.
There was a like radio
The
show
lady who drank like 3 gallons of water and
and pee to try and get a wee.
yeah, and proceeded to give herself water intoxication.
That's a thing.
You can absorb so much fucking water that it waters down your blood, and you're no longer getting like a proper amount of oxygen to the rest of your body. It's
So
essentially
take
drowning.
that, people who say you can't get too hydrated.
Well, it's partly. I don't think that can happen if you pee.
I don't think you have to worry about that.
No,
I don't think that's your concern.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Considering you don't drink water in the first place.
I'm fairly certain, given I don't know if her peeing would actually help that because, like, by the
You gotta
time
wait
you
for
hit
your
the
kidneys to filter
I was gonna
it
say, by
out.
the time it filters through the kidney, you've already filtered some of it into your blood. That more than likely that what was going to happen was going to happen. But I don't know. I am not a medical expert.
I think diarrhea would be the best option there, actually.
I think
Because if
vomiting,
it didn't get absorbed in the first place and just went straight out your pooper.
yeah, I think vomiting might be like the best option.
Oh, yeah, you know, you're right.
Yeah. I remember that radio show did not get into a lot of trouble. And it, all for a Wii, too. Like,
You know,
hold your Wii for a Wii was like the dumbest thing. And I forget if they got in trouble or not. I don't think they did because it was like no one really ever thought about the concept of you could drink too much water at the time. They never did anything like that again, but it's like, why was it 3 gallons though? Like you could have just had her drink like a liter.
Yeah, they probably thought that would be healthy too. It's like, oh, it's just water.
It's just water,
You can
right?
never, drink too much water.
It's like, but did it have to be 3 gallons? Like,
You know, people do some stupid shit. People invent medical conditions and then have doctors on staff for air, oxygen, skin aspirating shit that they made up in a script. And then they fucking like, drink 3 gallons of water. Nothing will go wrong.
Nothing will go wrong.
Well, and typically it's 3 gallons of water in like how many minutes?
Yeah, it was 3 gallons of water in a span of like, I feel like less than like 15 minutes.
Because like,
Like
yeah,
less than 20 minutes or some shit.
like drinking 3 gallons of water, not that crazy. Drinking 3 gallons of water in 15 minutes, that's pretty fucking crazy.
That's
Yeah.
nuts. Like,
You need quite the stomach. I feel like, unless they just force it through.
I feel like that's a level of illegal. Even they wouldn't be dumb.
But you
enough
can
to go
stretch
there.
your stomach out to prepare for something like that, like food eaters.
Oh,
But
like
the understanding was this was like a contest just held in like a park party or some shit, wasn't it? Like it was not like she prepared for this, and if someone's preparing for stuff like that, I feel like they would know the dangers of that kind of deal. So this was just like a random lady walking up to the booth to do the challenge. Like it was.
She must really love her kids.
She must really.
I wonder
love
if
her
they
kids.
gave her a Wii in the hospital for doing that.
Well, considering she died, I doubt it.
She did?
She died. Yeah.
Oh fuck!
I did not know that.
Yeah, no, she died. She legitimately drowned. Like it's one of the things that like sticks out to me because I've been hearing this story for fucking years of just the stupidity. Like it's one of those stories that have occupied a space in my brain for as long as the hot coffee McDonald's lady has. If y'all know about that
Oh,
story.
what about the toe chili? From
Well, there was that
Wendy's?
too.
Oh shit.
Yeah, there was that too.
Yeah, I forgot about that one actually.
Mhm.
Just a whoo. Whoo. Whoo boy. Yeah, no. Food shit is weird.
Yeah.
Like it's think your games through before you do them.
Don't overdo it.
And don't overdo it. Some things just ain't like if the point is for her to like just not use the bathroom for a long time, a cup of water would have did like fine.
And maybe back then they didn't have proper research behind certain things, but like nowadays, you could probably research something to make sure what you want to do isn't actually harmful.
Yeah. Because that happened like 2007?
Yeah.
I think
If they were doing it for the
new.
Wii, yeah.
So it was like internet was a thing, but I don't think people were Googling the way.
She came in second.
Oh,
Oh, she didn't even fucking win.
She didn't fucking win, dog.
Who won?
Her
That's
children,
just
obviously.
really sad. When she died,
No.
her 3 children.
Yeah, they're not living that motherless life.
Damn.
I forget, did they? It's like you're looking at it, did the radio station ever get in any kind of trouble? They get like a wrongful death or neglect thing.
If they didn't sign a contract, if I was the kids, I'd sue their asses.
I mean,
Right.
there was a first place, so somebody else did better.
And lived.
Yeah.
Yes,
Maybe
yeah.
maybe that was their excuse or the way out of it.
Maybe she should have just been better.
Maybe she should have just got first.
Seems like quitter behavior to me.
Must have been a spitter.
Well,
So,
survival of the fittest.
Well, the radio station was real quick to fire the people responsible.
so
Oh, okay.
And then the sheriff opened a death investigation. I don't know. Let's see.
So we got a couple.
The
buffoons
husband of a
fired.
California woman who died after participating in a radio station's water drinking contest said he hopes a jury's $16.5 million compensation award following the wrongful death lawsuit will send a message to other corporations dealing with the public.
All right, yeah, that's fair. Did
He
anything ever
lost.
come of that lawsuit?
No, he won $16.5 million.
Oh, he actually won.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
But wait, that was the husband of the
Yeah.
wife who
The husband
died?
of the wife,
Okay.
sued for wrongful death.
I thought
and
you
got-
said the husband died, but he won the lawsuit. So I was like, well, did he win?
the
Man,
husband of
these
a
kids are having
California
a
woman
fucking
who
rough
died
go
after
of it. Holy
participating
shit.
in a radio station's water drinking
Mom
contest.
dies.
So the
Mom dies
real
from the
winner.
actual the contest. Dad dies in the middle of trying to litigate. Just
Interesting.
and the escalation of prizes to amount of death in your life for these kids. Oh man,
They bet they got that Wii.
I bet they did.
Could you imagine playing a Wii on the Wii after your mom died, trying to get you a Wii?
Right?
She sacrificed her life for that Wii.
I really
real sad Nintendo Wii Sports going on in the back.
just like crying.
Kids are sobbing while they're both.
What's the fucking Nintendo Wii Sports song be? What is it?
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like all in, but it's in a minor key. So it's like da, 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 da.
Oh god.
Speaking of things in a minor key,
People's real trauma.
Bruh.
yeah, like
Yeah, we're
It's a hypothetical situation.
we're terrible
Probably
people.
really fucking happened.
This is why it's King's After Dark.
yeah.
Oh, God.
We're almost at the 20-year mark. It's almost past the too soon.
No one's safe.
This is basically it is not too soon. Don't worry about it. Speaking of things that are not too soon.
9/11?
No, well, yes, but never forget.
Yikes.
There is a new preview for episode 1128 of One Piece.
Yeah, so
Speaking of inhaling water,
if you're a devil fruit user, you shouldn't do that.
speaking of not making it out in one piece,
Yeah.
back to the condom.
Damn. Yeah, so like maybe about a year from now, like last year, we talked about what was going on in the manga, how shit was getting quote unquote scary actually in One Piece. Yeah, they're about to animate the scary the first like quote unquote scary
Like horror scary?
I think just action scary.
action scary.
Like scary for stakes scary.
Yeah, like the one time I think in One Piece that enemy appears and you're like, this isn't just a devil. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Like, this is some actual demon shit. Like, what the fuck are we looking at?
I never noticed how much I hate the fact that they have 3 different things representing 3 different letters. So like there's Luffy as an I, there's an anchor
The
as an
anchor is
E,
the
and
E.
the skull as the O, even though that is technically just the O. Whatever.
Tell me why I thought the anchor was a C.
It
I
looks
thought
like it
was
should
one
be,
piece.
right?
I've seen so many people break down the logo and talk about how it's iconic and symbolic in many different ways that I'm just like,
Okay, but like honestly,
why can't it just be a rope and a skull?
they should have just made the C the anchor? Because it's weird to have it like the special E, but then 2 other E's. Because then like these 2 E's are like, what the fuck?
But
Right.
the middle part.
The E's are too thin. The N is too thick. The O's too big.
One Piece is a piece of shit.
Okay, no, you take that back. You motherfucker. You...
Yeah.
One Piece is a stinky slut.
The Jews.
を支配するかつてない異様な気配と圧倒的殺気
Oh yeah,
混迷を極める
Luffy's on
戦
his
場
Gear
に
5 shit
突
still.
如現
Yeah, I
れた
saw
魔
a
法
clip
陣
of him fighting
行き詰まる静寂の中
Pinstripe dude.
五老星の一人が麦わらの一味の前に姿を現す
次回ワンピース悪夢襲来科学防衛武神サターン星海賊王に俺はなる
Yeah, so they're about to animate this shit. So we've been waiting a year for this because One Piece took a 6-month break in the middle of Egghead for a couple reasons, I think. But essentially, they released like a reanimated, kind of like graphically enhanced version of the Fishman arc, and it was heavily, took out a lot of the fluff, essentially. So it was only like 25 episodes, which pretty good, pace-wise. But they came back, and now they're animating this. So, One Piece anime watchers only, you're going to continue to feed. And it's going to get crazy. There's going to be a backstory that'll happen here, and then it will get back to this. But, like, they're going to animate this shit. And I'm hyped. I've been waiting for this the moment I saw it on some scans. So, yeah. And it might not be next week. It might be the week after, because they've been taking breaks every now and then sometimes. But whatever. I'm hyped for this. So, again, we've said it before. I've said it many times. If you are thinking about getting into One Piece, or are kind of in it, or are halfway in it and stopped, or are trying to get back into it, now is a good time to do so. There's a lot of One Piece content coming out between this year and next year. The live action's coming out with season 2 end of this year. They're remaking the whole of One Piece again, called The One Piece, and created by Wit Studio, the same studio that did Spy X Family and some other.
It was Spy X Family and
a lot of other really.
There was one very specific one when we were first talking about this way back. There was the 2 examples.
It's not Demon Slayer, is it?
No, I don't think they're Wit. No.
Are they gonna?
It was like 2 interesting ends of the animation spectrum that was like, One Piece would actually slide in there pretty well.
Right.
I don't remember what it is though.
Are they gonna abridge it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna fix. Basically, their whole thing was, this is the One Piece for people who are too scared to get into this 1,100 episode thing, and we're gonna
by
fix
too
the
scared.
pacing.
They mean motherfuckers who ain't got time for that.
That too, yeah. That too,
right.
I love the shit, and I ain't got time for that.
Right? Like, I'm enjoying One Piece, and I don't have well, technically we have time now, but like we're not that far behind, but it's still kind of hard to dedicate sitting down and watching.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, pacing issues are fixing, animation, just updated animation to modern, anime standards. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's always been good anime standards, but
I was gonna say, I think the good might not have been the necessary, but I think it's just the modern standards for what One Piece looks like now.
Yeah,
like I want to say Dragon Ball Z did the same thing at one point, where they like reanimated the first few seasons of Dragon Ball Z to look more like the modern Dragon Ball Z. But I don't know if that was a official thing or like a fan thing. It's just something I saw around. But yeah,
interesting.
That's gonna be sick. Like, when is that? Do we have an air date for that?
So I think we're gonna get more information on that also by the end of this year. I don't know if that means they're going to drop something end of this year, but it's definitely something is dropping next year for sure. We know that much. And it is Netflix. So Netflix is doing that reboot and the live action.
I don't want to pay for Netflix anymore, though.
Yeah, that's the one thing about it where I'm like, why does it have to be Netflix though? Like,
right.
But you know what? Whatever. One Piece fans are eating. So, but that, again, it's crazy. That would be 4 iterations of One Piece running at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think about.
2 mangas and a live action.
2 animes, 1 manga.
Sorry, manga, 2 animes and a live action. I said that backwards. Yeah, it's going to be nuts. One Piece fans going to be eating good for a little while.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, excited for this to be animated. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. And yeah, crazy shit is about to go down in the anime. Crazy shit's been going down in the manga for a while now. Like, shit's popping off, but it's just every week shit's popping off. So if I kept talking about it every week, it'd get annoying. So I'm just going to tell you, get into it. It's peak.
Yep, get ready for y'all weekly One Piece update for the next 5 fucking years.
I should start doing that. I should just start talking about how much I like Return of the Room by Professor every episode. Just be like, hey.
I mean, honestly,
you never know. All right, let's take a hot break for a quick sec. We'll be right back and get into some movie news and some game reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that fucking pee eating video?
Oh fuck. Speaking of the humiliation of people, so by the time y'all see this episode, last episode you'll remember that we ended that episode in a really frantic way because it was about midnight on the night the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch 2 Mario Kart World bundles went live on if I recall, at midnight it went live on Walmart, Target,
Best Buy.
Yeah. Well,
and one other.
It was GameStop the next morning.
GameStop,
at exactly midnight, Walmart and Target actually went live and their fucking sites immediately went down.
Immediately.
It was supposed to go live at midnight, but it didn't actually go live until about 30 minutes later. Best Buy ended up going live. And of course, once everybody realized that one was up, it went down. I was up from pretty much midnight to about almost 2 o'clock in the morning trying.
Really?
Yes. And it was not happening. It just between error pages and just straight up not loading, and like the Cloudfire thing would come up of like, yeah, this web page ain't loading. Like a lot of that for the first like 20 minutes. And then it was like 40 minutes of page would load. Sometimes the pre-order button would be there, sometimes it wouldn't be. And the few times I was actually able to get click the order button and get it in my cart, get to checkout, by the time I was like hitting okay, checkout, already
gone. Damn.
Like it was fucking crazy.
I was like literally a couple days after that too. I was watching and looking at some other people talking about it, and some of them literally bought it, like purchased, got a message saying congrats on your pre-order, you'll be receiving an email receipt or whatever, right? They go to their email, and instead of a receipt, it just said order canceled. GG, good luck. Like,
yeah.
Like they went through the whole thing, had that full relief of, oh my gosh, I got it. Went to their email and said, bitch, you thought.
So as news went on through the rest of that week into the weekend, it came to light that almost pretty much every store was like going in their back end and canceling either duplicate orders, multi-orders, botted orders. I don't know how they determined whether it was a bot or not, but they were canceling a lot of orders. And what that created was going into the weekend at random times throughout the day, you would just see Walmart has in stock. But by the time you would see the alert,
gone.
It's gone. It's just gone. Walmart did it a few times. GameStop did it a few times. I think Target had like one or two that went live and was immediately gone. I want to say on Friday or Saturday, we found out that both Newegg and Sam's Club, actually, it might have been last Thursday, Newegg and Sam's Club got store landing pages. I don't think they ever really got pre-order.
I was going to say, I didn't hear about Newegg.
Yeah, but we know they'll be at least selling it. Costco got thrown in there pretty recently, actually. And that's when I ended up sending it to you. This whole thing, like I ended up making a video on it myself. This whole fucking thing, you can watch that over at Elite 4 Blitz. This whole thing was not shocking because I've done this before. Like this happens with every fucking pre-order of like anything big and hot, but it every time it gives me the feeling of like, why the fuck are we doing this? Like, why does this have to be like this when it's a pre-order? Why are we doing it post-manufacturing? Pre-shipment, right? Like, if the entire point of a pre-order is to guarantee, because essentially what it does is that a pre-order, even by concept, a pre-order is for you to secure yours before they come out. But what they're really doing from a capitalist standpoint is generating hype and getting people, like, it's generating demand. That's the entire point of a pre-order, right? I want to know from either like a strategy specialist, a marketing or manufacturing or supply specialist. I want to know from like an expert, like, why do we do pre-orders post-manufacturing and not pre-manufacturing? Because to me, if I'm going to have to pay in full or at least most of it upfront anyway, wouldn't it make more sense to have people pre-order before you start manufacturing consoles?
So you know how many to
Right?
manufacture. Yeah.
For a lot of like startup like electric vehicle companies or certain products, that's what a pre-order is.
Yeah. See, a lot of Kickstarters
Yeah.
are like when you do a Kickstarter, you're essentially pre-ordering, but you're doing it before they've even done, like before they even know the design in most cases, but you're doing it before the manufacturing part so that you'll be they know how big their first wave needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like the idea that the sign up in Japan so far exceeded the supply for Switches, like just the people who signed up for the Nintendo Switch through the My Nintendo website exceeded the amount of supply they had for Japan. And it's like,
that's not even people who pre-ordered from other places.
yeah, that doesn't include other places. That doesn't include anywhere outside of Japan.
Damn.
Just in Japan alone, the Japan territory had more interest sign up to get a pre-order than they would have supply to fulfill it. Right. And it's like, why do we still do this? Like, this just breeds like, I'm frustrated and there's no really good reason why I should be.
Yeah.
Like, it's like they're using pre-orders to hype the hype, more or less. And it's like, you don't need to do that. I'm already buying the console.
But
It doesn't.
sorry, negative news makes news.
It does. Well, it just doesn't make it. Personally, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I mean, because you could create a very easily create a. I shouldn't say that.
Right.
But it seems conceptually simple to create a very smooth ordering process by just being like, hey, this is our product, putting it up for sale, having your pre-order sales come through. You get a shit ton of orders. You get a shit ton of money. Like, is there, like, why would that be bad? Why are we leaving money on the table?
Right.
Because, like, I'm probably not going to get one for a long time now.
There's so many people that have just went, like, I think you said this of like, I guess it's just going to be a Christmas gift. I guess I'll wait till a holiday and hope for the best, which is going to be a fucking Wild West all over again. Just saying
Yeah,
it now.
honestly, it will.
And
I'm already bummed because it's like they're only doing the Mario Kart bundle for like a month after it initially drops.
Right.
So it's like
oh really?
yeah, that's
like
not going to be a continuous thing. That's only there for a limited time. So by the time Christmas comes around, maybe they'll come out with a new bundle, but it's like it won't be the original.
Right.
So,
which in some cases, like there are some of the other bundles, especially if you get like a special Switch with it, like special like art and shit. But like, yeah, like it's probably because we're laymen. Or probably not, actually. It's probably just because we're not capitalists. But I want someone to explain to me why we do pre-orders this way when it just seems like Fluff said, you're just leaving money on the table. Because at a certain point, you don't need to hype the people that are already hyped. And that's what people who are going to pre-order are already doing. You're creating a scenario that is just all around frustrating and then acting like we're all shocked that this happened.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Look how many people want the thing.
Right? Like, we would have wanted it no matter what. Like, this is one thing when it's like, no pre-orders, you need to be in the store if you want to get one day one type shit. But if we're going to do the pre-order, why are we doing it this way? Especially because so after Thursday, I want to say about Saturday or Sunday, we get the news that like, that's when Nintendo was like, we might not even be able to get everyone who pre-ordered one a Switch by launch day. Like, you might not see your Switch until post-launch. And it's like, what the fuck are we doing? Why are we doing this? It's end of April, may as well be May. This thing comes out in a little over a month. Why did we wait till now?
I wonder if it's like the turnaround, like if they wanted to do things the way we described, you'd have to do it like a year in advance and that like customers just wouldn't be okay with it. Or if it's like something stupid like that.
But the question is, would people not be okay with that? Because we're beholden to whatever your release date is anyway.
True. I was going to say, because maybe to Fluff's point, maybe that would just be a bit too early to the point where maybe they don't even have all the, I want to say information, but like, you know, like they partner with a lot of other companies and studios to put games on their system. So it's like,
you have to have your system, you have Game Force system, you have that production line set up for system.
Right.
You guys are right. But here's what I want to point out. none of us got to make a decision on when the fuck this thing comes out. It could come out June 5th, 2025, or you could have told us it comes out June 5th, 2026. None of us get to make that decision. None of us see what's on that decision-making table. If it's about when all the pieces are ready to go, you can still do that.
And then be like,
And
okay,
then like,
we're
all
gonna
right,
do a
let's start the
pre-order.
pre-order process. And it's like, this bitch will come out next year.
But do you think that you personally think that you would sign up for a pre-order if you knew little to nothing about it? Like if the pre-orders did open up, like let's say last year this time, right?
Here's where I'm going to stop
coming out.
Here's where I'm going to stop.
Speculative pre-order.
Yeah.
I don't think they needed to open up this time last year. They could open up the time they did this year. And the
then
consoles just don't ship till next
Christmas.
year. Or ship by Christmas or whatever the fuck, right? I'm like, that's what I'm saying, right? Is like, even if the idea is that you need your games in place, you need your manufacturing in place, and you want to start building the inventory now, right? You can do that. It coming out June 5th wasn't a decision. The fans and the people playing and the consumers did not make the decision. I'm sure an analyst will say like, oh, it came down to marketing. Like if it didn't come out this year, it was like, no, fuck that. It's a Switch 2. It doesn't matter when this bitch comes out. We didn't know this bitch existed until what, February?
And then,
I mean, I guess technically we knew, but
and we only got the thing that we got because they were tired of people leaking it everywhere.
Right. So it's like, it doesn't need to be less. I guess to answer your question, no. But I know people that will be, and you thin out the herd regardless.
Yeah.
So those people get to immediately order theirs, and you at least remove that portion from the interest pool by the time you get around to the actual pre-orders, right? And that's assuming that we do it the exact way we did it this year, like we do it every year, right? But why not just do it? Why not leave yourself a wider buffer?
Yeah.
Like, why give yourself a month and a half buffer for this?
Knowing that you could possibly not have enough. Is even the fact that of possibly would be enough for someone to be like, well, maybe we should do things different.
Yeah.
Like, I've known that the Nintendo console order, pre-sale, get them ups is some real bullshit. But this is the first time I've ever experienced it personally.
Right.
And I was shocked, especially for something that for me, I was kind of like lukewarm off of whether or not I should purchase it. Like, because I've already got a Switch, dog.
Right.
Like, I've already got a Switch.
Like, if you're not, the only reason I want one day one is A, content creation, B, Mario Kart World looks fucking fun as shit. Like, that's the only reason I want to be able to be on that day one floor of like playing games with people.
But the thing that sucks about all of this is that, like, sure, you could get one, but like, if what they're saying is true, everybody you want to play Mario Kart with
Probably won't have
have
so
it
I
day
have to play online with randos every time, but that was a problem to figure out in June. So, but yeah, it's just like, I don't see a reason why this problem needs to continue being a problem. I just don't understand why we're still doing it this way.
And like Fluff was saying too about the whole, Nintendo's been doing this launch thing for a while. We were talking last week about the Wii when that dropped.
Yeah.
And we were all younger than we are now, obviously, but it's like, my parents got that for us for Christmas, and we looked it up and it dropped November. Like, that's when it hit the stores.
Yeah.
So like between November and December, which is just like 30 days.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what were people doing? I'm very curious how they planned that, because I don't know. It seems interesting that maybe this is just because, the people I hung out with and family and friends, whatever, but it seemed like everybody who wanted a Wii got a Wii.
Yeah, I don't remember that being a hard issue for most people.
So like, did they overstock?
I remember the black Wii being really hard to get, the special 32 gigabyte one.
Oh yeah.
That was or 64 gig, whatever it was.
Right.
That was really difficult.
But then there was a question of like, well, back then obviously you didn't have all the different pre-order, methods that we have today.
Right.
Direct to consumer.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like a lot of people really just lined up at stores.
Weird to me that they were still using retail distributors when Nintendo could just sell direct to consumer.
Which they're also doing.
Yeah,
They're also doing that.
They are.
Like you like, so that's my current the current hope I have right now for getting a Switch 2 day one is to get my invite from the My Nintendo store, which is a direct from Nintendo supply thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing direct and we're also doing retailer.
Like waiting outside a fucking GameStop or something stupid.
Right. Then that's the next step. If I don't get an invite by pretty much I'll say by like June 4th or 3rd or whatever the fuck I might resign myself to go stand outside of a GameStop and hope for the best. But honestly, I don't think I have it in me to spend the amount of hours needed to get there early enough to make it worthwhile.
Because like, how early you think you're gonna have to camp out for like a day? Like,
Probably.
yeah, it's probably gonna be
Maybe because here's another fun part. When GameStop went live the day after at 11 a.m.
Oh yeah.
I just went straight to the website and tried it that way, only for all the same bullshit to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even get up to leave the house because at first I was like, maybe I should try to go in the store because they did have in-store pre-orders.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, maybe I should try. I was like, probably not. I don't feel like waiting in lines and all that bullshit. Only for like a few hours later for there to be like a bunch of Twitter alerts of, hey, GameStop in-store pre-orders are like still in stock. Like those are just available.
Damn.
And it was another one of those things of like, by the time I saw it, I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to get up and get dressed and get going. And then the next day it was like, yeah, they still got some. You should probably like go check that out. And I was too fucking busy to go do anything. Like,
And that's the interesting part too, just about the whole, again, the reflection on the Wii. It's like how everything kind of has flip-flopped, right? To where back then, obviously, you had to be in a line at the store gates if you wanted the thing, pretty much.
yeah.
But now it's like we're so used to pre-ordering things, ordering online. Like, here's the link to that. Here's the link to that.
Right.
Here's the link to the online GameStop store pre-order, which everyone went to. But it seemed like not as many people went to the physical GameStop store.
Yeah.
Well, because also the idea of going to a store to purchase a pre-order
It's crazy.
is a little weird.
But like, if that is a true way to secure yourself a Switch or a system, knowing that scalpers are a thing on the internet, that you're probably going to have a really low chance of getting something at 12 o'clock at night once it drops, I feel like most people would want to be at the store.
The fact that like,
I mean, in hindsight's 2020, I would have just bopped over.
Yeah,
right.
But like,
Right.
we just didn't think about it.
I didn't think
a
to
lot of
because
people
I
didn't think
assumed
to.
that it just wouldn't be a worthwhile endeavor.
Right, everybody just thinks, the lines are going to be crazy.
Yeah.
But it's like the line that you're about to line up in online.
It sounds like the
insane.
fun part of everyone having the exact same thought.
Yeah.
Or a lot of people having the same thought. Because then there was a thing of like, well, yes, things are available, but you still had to be there like 2 hours before opening in some places. And it depended on how populous and how like big of a metro you lived in, kind of shit, right? Like I imagine there was like rural GameStops that still had them available.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of the GameStops we would have had here in like Grand Rapids, like a pretty populous city,
Yeah.
would have still had theirs available. But
From what I was seeing, like a lot of people were saying how like their local GameStop only maybe had like 35 pre-orders
Right.
available, but it's like people weren't lining up 3-4 hours before. It was really only like an hour before the thing opened that anybody
we're
started
starting to hit
showing
the
up.
lines and shit, right?
So it's like if you really wanted one and you were feeling like you could go
Adventurous.
into GameStop, you probably could have gotten yourself one.
Which is why I kick myself in the butt all the time.
And I didn't
then-
think about it either.
But then there was some GameStops that were doing really shady shit. Did you hear about the GameStops that were they were like requiring you to buy other shit to pre-order your Switch? Like they were requiring you, they were like basically making bundles in store.
I was gonna say like they were making you buy things that were already in the store, or
not already in the store, but you had to like essentially you were like, you cannot pre-order a Switch unless you pre-order Donkey Kong and like a Pro controller or the fucking camera along with it. Yeah, apparently I found this because there was a thread about GameStop launches an investigation into some of their stores over it.
Interesting.
Which, fuck off GameStop, because that's your own goddamn fault with you and most retailers requiring metrics and sale numbers to be fucking
Yeah, it's
high.
the pressures that you put on your own businesses that
Right.
are making them go to such lengths. Like,
Small aside, I was shocked that the fucking camera sold out.
It did?
Yes, pre-orders for the Nintendo Switch 2 camera sold out. Almost just as fast as the Switches did.
Now I wonder how many of those are actual like kids who are like parents of kids or something who are like, I really think my kid's gonna enjoy this versus
I imagine
like
a hard 10%.
Yeah. Versus people who are either content creators or just like, I'm just gonna
Right. I'm gonna get
use
this
this
and
once.
it's probably gonna go up online for like $800 markup.
Yeah.
Which it did not take. It was like 2 hours after it was like when I went to bed the night the pre-orders went live, it was at like 2:30 in the morning. There was already like eBay listings of the console for like $750 and plus.
Yeah, I was seeing that too. And the crazy thing again
That's
about
not as
that
high
is
a
that
markup as I thought it would
Not
be.
as much as you'd think, but it's still a nearly
and those
double
are
markup.
pre-orders. Those
Yeah.
aren't even the thing.
Not even the thing. They were like selling the pre-order.
Like it's like, hey, you know, for twice the amount, you get a promise that I will give you
A valid
the
receipt
thing.
and
A valid
pre-order.
promise.
Yeah, like
Which,
that-
like, motherfucker, it's
they
not
can renege
hard to
on.
buy a receipt printing machine. I have a new money-making endeavor.
we have a voice.
I'm broke. Yeah, shit is insane. Shit is gnarly. The only reason I cared was because of the Mario Kart thing. I'm fine with waiting for this, but like I wanted to be able to get Mario Kart because that's going to be, and especially be able to get it at a $30 markdown,
Right.
right? Like getting $30 off. Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole pre-order concept system we have now, and it's not just Nintendo, but this was the most recent thing to like kind of bring it up, is like this whole fucking thing just makes no goddamn sense.
Yeah, I mean, with Nintendo, it's just out of all the companies who you would figure would maybe have this better solved, right? And maybe, you know, forget about the scalping, right? Like whatever, people are going to figure out
But
a
yeah,
way.
it also combats scalping, by the way. Like if you can,
Supposed
if everybody who wants one can be guaranteed to get one before they come out, like scalping only works when you have
Limited
create
supply.
a limited supply, especially at the beginning. Because anybody who's willing to just wait for one, they're not getting hit with scalpers, right? They're not getting. Well, they're not getting like they're not susceptible to scalping. Like you solve so many problems by not doing it in such a limited way. But
yeah,
I
it's
wonder
like
if Nintendo actually doesn't like scalpers. I wonder if they're like, oh, scalpers is such a big problem.
yeah,
wink.
'Cause I wonder if they really just want people to buy the console and they don't really care what happens afterwards.
how people like there is that, and I think we actually had this conversation. I don't know if we had the conversation, but I know the conversation came up, particularly when like GPUs were like the big scalping item of like how much does Nvidia really care about combating scalping? I to be a little charitable to the mega corporations. I know, right? I do know that public perception does still play at least some level of a role in their perceptibility. If you're losing brand trust because you're not doing anything, or at least not appearing to do anything, I'm sure that factors in somehow. How big of a variable that is, probably not much. Lord knows who. No one can know unless you're inside of their C-suite, right? But yeah, I'd be really curious to know like how a company truly feels about scalping, because at the end of the day, they made their money.
Yeah, that's fair. It's kind of not to bring this back up, but kind of like the Game Freak Studios. Like, you know, they know if they make a Pokemon game, people are gonna buy it.
It's gonna be
so
bought, so
as long as it gets the money,
right.
They're
But
probably just trying to figure out how to extract the most value versus create the best experience for.
yeah. But like I was saying earlier, I was like, forget about the scalping. Just as Nintendo, you should know that what you're gonna put out, people are gonna want. So you should, at the very least, be able to handle the demand.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, I suppose. But like to the point where, like you said, Japan was maxing out more than like, you would think that shouldn't
that
be
should
a
not
problem
be a thing.
for
That just shouldn't be a thing.
For Nintendo specifically, Nintendo especially.
Yeah. Like, yeah. it don't give me the fucking song and dance of like, oh man, we didn't, man, the demand sure exceeded the expectations. Like they didn't have to. Even if I were to believe that like y'all did y'all analysis, y'all were like, we were expecting this many in pre-sales and pre-orders and shit, and this is how much we need for like pre-holiday sales or whatever the fuck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, make that number and then set a fucking a sell date a year out, just way further out.
And even if, because I also am thinking like, well, they maybe tried something with the Wii U and we're like trying to make comparisons of, well, we can't do what we did with the Wii U and, you know, like.
Well, here's the other thing that confuses me,
because that flopped.
Which is,
but their problem with that
we
was
haven't seen this. We haven't seen this concept. This hasn't been in anybody's hands, and so if you stack pre-orders, people ain't gonna know it's shit. People ain't gonna know it's shit till they get it in their hands. Are they worried about like returns? Is that like a concern? Like,
right?
Like, is it like so that way? Because like, let's say this comes out, you know, all the people that pre-ordered are like, you know, that's actually you can miss this one,
yeah.
And then people like me are like, okay, I'll miss it, right? And then they reduce their total overall sales when they could have just loaded the front end, and then it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Oh, world of business. None of us have any major experience in, but maybe we'll get an answer someday. If you know, go ahead and comment down below, because I am genuinely incredibly curious as to why we still do pre-orders this way.
Yeah,
like it just doesn't make a lot of sense.
And the Costco thing specifically here is that apparently they're going to be selling the bundle for even less because it's Costco, but you have to have a membership to Costco, which, you know, you have to pay for that. So like, and it comes with like what, a 12-month online membership or something?
Yeah, a year of Nintendo Switch Online,
which is cool.
They said they're going to be selling it for less. Wasn't the bundle going for $4.99 and that price there says $5.39?
Yeah, because that's not the price. So they're saying with a $10 discount.
I think they meant to say $4.39.
Is this? No,
no, because that would be $60 off.
Is this Costco Canada?
Oh.
So probably $5.40, which that's not.
What does that say?
I didn't want to open up this fucking website, but what else?
Oh, $0.
Nintendo Switch 2, Mario Kart World download, 12-month NSO expansion pack. Yeah, that's only like $25, I think. Or is it $25 on top of the $20 for Nintendo Switch Online? Because if it is, that would make more sense. I never got the expansion pack. I have no idea. Yeah, but Costco. We know there's going to be a lot of places that you can get one from.
And
Costco,
they might
Sam's
be doing
Club.
some interesting bundled things, maybe.
It at least would be a thing to look into if it's worthwhile. Honestly, I would do it just for the sake of getting a Nintendo Switch 2 with Mario Kart World Day of, but pretty much everything else about it is not worthwhile to me. I already have Nintendo Switch Online. I still don't think that the pricing on that isn't making a lot of sense.
Maybe I should snag a Costco membership.
Right. Well, we know people with one.
Actually, I wonder. Yeah, but it's one per membership for 7 days. Like, we can
that's
all
right.
get one for
Yeah. Yeah. Well, per person, right?
I think it's a per membership. Yeah, one purchase.
Per membership. Yeah. Okay.
So that'd be kind of hard to get around. But
yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. Look forward to more news on that shit as we go forward. I've been keeping an eye on Tom's Guide. They've been pretty good with like quick updates on like who has them, who doesn't. But yeah, probably at this point, it's probably like a done deal until the Nintendo online invitations go out. And then at that point, it's just, do you want to camp out at a store for a while? But
yeah,
I really don't.
Right.
I'm just going to have to wait.
Yeah. But to move away from the video game kerfuffles, into some other video game related kerfuffles, but this is for the show.
Yeah.
Something about Joel. I'm gonna let y'all take this away. I know shit all about the Last of Us TV series.
So I don't think we've talked about this at all, just mainly because we're not. I mean, not even me is too invested in the game. I watched some people play it, both The Last of Us 1 and The Last of Us 2. Great series. Really great.
I'd love to play, but I've never owned a PlayStation in my life.
I've never owned a PlayStation until the PlayStation 5. But yeah, I've never played this game.
You seem surprised by that, Izzy. You were like,
Oh, I don't know why it was so jerky, but I've never owned a PlayStation before.
I own a PlayStation 4. I've never hooked it up.
Damn, really?
I bought it from a friend of ours at Ferris with the intention of playing Bloodborne and never hooked that bitch up.
Nice.
I've had that thing for like 3-4 years now.
I wonder how much one would cost right now if I wanted to get one.
Not a lot. I think they still go for like 150 to 200.
Yeah.
Depending on the condition.
Yeah, true. I think so, yeah. But yeah, Last of Us. Great series. Storytelling, immaculate. The first one in particular is like beloved. Countless awards, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot of,
I think it got like Game of the Decade, didn't it?
something like this. I don't remember exactly.
I didn't agree with it, but I remember it got like a really high.
Well, if you've never played it, you don't know anything about it.
I know enough about it to know that I didn't consider it Game of the Decade.
I mean, it definitely got Game of the Year, I don't know, a while ago, I'm sure. And
I mean, I would consider it for something like Game of the Decade. I think it was that good.
Yes.
Now, I mean, it is the poster child for cinematic experiences in games, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's been people pushing like that. Games have been trending that way for a while, and The Last of Us is an example of what that's like when you do it really, really well.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I also don't know if that's a very positive, movement for games in general. But yeah.
That was a discussion I think we had a little bit. I don't know if it was on the podcast or off the podcast, but that was
think so. I remember it being much more important, like back when we were all still in school.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And then the second game wasn't quite as well received. I still think it was very good.
Yeah.
But it made some story choices that I think some people were very unhappy with.
Yes. And spoiler alert, just from here on out, if you are interested in it at all, 3, 2, 1, they kill off like pretty much half of the main cast, which is Ellie and Joel.
Yeah, and this is where I asked y'all a little bit during the break, like, is the show following the games or is it following its own storyline?
The show follows the game.
The show follows the game.
So is it following
very
1
closely.
and 2? Is it just like
that's what it seems?
Season 1 is game 1.
Okay.
Season 2 is so far game 2.
Okay, that's what I mean.
And it's following it very well.
Okay.
Very well. We were unsure. There was a lot of skepticism and we didn't know if the show would do what the game did that made everybody not really like the second game.
Killing off your deuteragonist in the first or second episode is bold move.
Yeah, and it does happen in like the first hour or two of the second game.
Yeah. I was going to say, but if it's happening in the game,
right, like
that way,
people who played the game or have seen gameplay are like, man, I wonder if they're going to do, because it's like, again, one of the most controversial decisions.
Well, and if you ask me, I think that it's half. Well, I think it's 3 parts. I think people didn't like it because they killed Joel. Fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still sad about that. I also don't think people didn't like it because it immediately makes your primary protagonist a woman.
a gay one at that.
What?
A gay one at that.
A gay one at that.
Yeah. And at this point in the story, too, gotta be honest, her character is not great. To a certain extent, like the way that they built her, right? Like purposefully, the player isn't meant to really like Ellie at this point right now.
Are you saying start of game 2?
The start of game 2.
Okay.
Like the things that she does and the way she treats Joel and things that she does, like it's a very complicated story, I guess, right? Like you can argue a lot of things about the ending of the first game, whether or not Joel did the right thing, et cetera, but they make a point to really stress the tension between them at the beginning of the second game to the point where you could argue that the way she behaves towards Joel is excessively antagonistic.
Well, because it's unclear. Like, that's what I thought. That's what everybody going into the game thought it was going to be about, right? Was like, what? Like, how are we going to resolve this? Like, does Joel tell her what happened? Does she know? Is she okay with it? How would she react to that? Right? Because that's a really complicated and interesting thing to explore. It seems like something they might want to dig into. And if you don't, you're going to leave a lot of unresolved shit on the table.
Right. And so we're looking forward to that growth between them.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 hours into the gameplay, Joel dies. So you're like, what's going to happen to that progression that we were looking for this whole time?
It's fucking gone, bitches.
And then the hate starts to come and you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And
then in the game, you also start to split perspective between Ellie and the people that killed Joel.
I remember hearing about this. I remember y'all talking about this.
And so you start building. So Ellie's on this vengeance rampage, right? Because they fucking killed Joel. Not only did they kill Joel, they like beat him to death with a golf club.
Yeah.
which we'll see in a second because of the clip, the side by side. But
And the like, it's fucking brutal. And Ellie shows up like just in time to watch him die, if I remember correctly.
oh yeah, exactly.
And the and so they start to try to build up our revenge target as a sympathetic character as we're playing from their perspective.
That's gonna be real hard. That's a hard sell.
And it really is. I think they did a pretty good. I mean, in the gameplay, I think if you took the game in isolation, I think it's a really interesting idea. I think it's an interesting concept, but I don't think they really pulled it off in the way that it needed to be. Like, as a cinematic experience, is like a cool, interesting, twisty story, like maybe. But in terms of like what your players were expecting, I don't know. The players were expecting and the strength of the story you could have delivered with this cast, I don't know if it was, and I don't know how that's reflecting in the series so far. But
Yeah, I mean, so far they're pretty much they've been doing 1-to-1 almost, minus like maybe one episode in season 1 that was completely unrelated to the games, but was still a really good episode 3 of season 1.
So they do have filler.
Yeah, it was a filler episode, but it was a really good filler episode that made sense in the context of everything. It was good.
Fair.
They're following the story very closely, but what we heard and we'll just have to see is that they're going to start deviating slightly in the second season somehow. And I haven't seen the episode after they kill off Joel yet, but apparently it becomes somewhat apparent in that episode. And I don't 100% remember everything that happens in the second game either.
I would be curious to go back and do a rewatch. I would actually, we should do a playthrough of both games or something like that. That would be really fun.
That would be fun.
Before we play that, just to mention, like, the reason we even brought this up at all is apparently the Caitlin Dever. I don't know who Abby.
That's
That's Abby.
Yeah, that's the actress
Yeah.
who plays Abby. Yeah.
Anyway, somebody very close to that scene had to film that scene 3 days after their mom's funeral. Which that had to be fucking heavy. But I'm just reading through this quick excerpt. Pause if you really want to read it. They do mention that the creative team like changed up the shooting schedule and were like, hey, take whatever time you need. While I care extraordinarily about this show, it's a TV show. I'm not going to disrupt someone's grieving process for their own parent, especially with a show that's partly about the grieving process.
Yeah.
That's why this even came up in discussion today.
Yeah. That's real rough too.
That's incredibly rough.
Abby is
She's the one that kills Joel and tortures him.
Really?
Yeah.
So the fact that was a thing.
She has to kill a parent.
Yes.
Woo. Woo, boy.
Yeah. So that was wild. And
that sounds like something that could fuck you up forever.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of therapy.
Yes.
So let's watch this.
See, the reaction in people's faces. And it wasn't one of revulsion. It was it was heartbreak.
I saved your life.
What life?
Ooh.
Yeah. That was my dad. Guess you probably already figured. The nurses said you barely even looked at him when you pulled the trigger.
Why don't you say whatever speech you got rehearsed? Get this over with.
I have waited
No,
so...
just shut the up and do it already.
You don't get to rush this. Get up. Get up. No.
Emotional damage.
Jesus Christ.
You know, the
Jesus
reaction.
fucking Christ. I'm going to go fill up a glass of water. I'll be back in a second.
Okay. While he does that,
Yeah.
take it away.
So like there are other clips that show even more like comparisons between the two that do a better job than this video, but like literally this scene in both the game and the show,
They did make Abby look more like Ellie than Ellie in this year.
that's another so that's another part of this whole show controversy,
Okay.
right? Everybody complained about Ramsey, I forget her first name or last name, Ramsey, I think, playing Ellie in just the first season.
Bella Ramsey? It's Dave Ramsey now.
I don't remember. Honestly, I'm terrible with actress
It's
and
Dave
actor
Ramsey now.
names.
Too bad.
But like everybody complained about her being Ellie in the first season because like, oh, she doesn't look like her and it's a bad actor, whatever. She all right, you know what,
If I recall correctly, when the show first came out, it was a very unfortunate thing of the 14-year-old doesn't look fuckable enough.
I mean, that's kind of the vibe that the criticism had.
Anybody who complained about it, really complained about it, yeah. But then the second season came and we got the announcement of who would be playing Abby, and admittedly, there was a distinct, specific decision on, who the character would be and what they wanted them to kind of look and feel like. And what actress would get to play that. Because Abby in the game, bigger, buffer, can pick dudes up, throw them around pretty much, right?
Abby in the game is built like a linebacker.
Yeah, for sure. She's off,
muscle mommy.
Yeah, for sure. She gives off that aura of danger and like, don't fuck with this person, right? But Abby in the show doesn't.
She just kind of looks like...
Just by looks, right? Like,
Yeah.
And I'm saying that looks, it's like she just doesn't have like the buff arms or whatever. And so everybody was like, oh, that's not Abby. Why'd you cast her like that? And
she looks like Abby. She might not have the same build as Abby, but she looks like Abby.
Yeah, the face, yeah, for sure, a little bit has a lot of the same physicalities in the face, but like the main people the thing that people had a problem with was the build, right? Like,
I will say Abby in the game does look like she walked out of a Marine Corps.
Exactly.
Versus Abby in the show does not look like she looks like off of a high school
Wait, are you saying that they tried to make Abby in the show more fuckable?
No. But their decision was because it is not the games, it's a different medium. They wanted to have a less, I guess, menacing aura around her. And I think their intention, I don't remember the exact quote, but it's essentially is like, this is a different medium for, kind of a different experience. So we are purposefully casting someone with not that build. And I think for the intention for that is to maybe make it a little bit, easier to connect with.
I don't know if this is connected.
Make them smaller?
I don't know if this is necessarily connected, but it might actually be echoing some sentiments of what's going on here. So somebody comments, now we watch the fans of the TV series leave, and it seems like, and then someone else under that goes, LMAO, my whole family said they're not going to watch anymore. They had no idea, have waited a year for season 2. It sounds like when you remove some of the menace out of a character, as someone who hasn't seen the fucking show, so this is all just conjecture on my part. Depending on how they set Abby up heading into this, it sounds like the way they set her up, especially when we remove the menace out of her both visually and I'm assuming story-wise or somehow, it sounds like you're removing aspects of her that help flesh out her character, that when without that menace, this whole killing and torturing Joel scene just kind of comes out of left field, rather than being the impact of this is shock value more than it is I don't know what else you want to call it. I don't fucking know. I never watched the show.
I mean, that's a good perspective analysis on it, because like if I was just watching the show, I would have never been like, oh, like she's gonna fuck someone up, right? Like I would have been like, oh, because in the show Joel essentially saves her from a bad situation. Well, in the game and the show, saves her from a bad situation. And, in the show, it's just like, oh, okay, well, we know that she wants to kill Joel, but like maybe she'll come around, right? Like maybe she'll like, become some kind of like sister person to Ellie, maybe, right? You wouldn't think that if you were just playing the game, right? You'd be like, oh no, this person is going to kill Joel. Like, there's no doubt. If she sees Joel, it's on sight. She's gonna snap his neck. Like, I would not have gotten that vibe just from watching the show. So to your point, I can see a lot of people, thinking that way, right? Just out of left field, like, dang, she did what? But I think that was more or less just having to do with Joel dying, because that was everybody's, I wouldn't say everybody, a lot of people's sentiment, where it's
when you just killed Dad.
Yeah.
Not only did you kill Dad, but you killed the main character from the last series, just straight up.
Yeah.
Most of the intrigue, I guess, of the show killed off.
Right.
Pretty much immediately in the second season. What are we to expect now, right?
And I feel like a lot of the game in The Last of Us 2 is about kind of like recovering from that shock. Just the experience. I remember there were a couple scenes or a couple periods where you're just kind of like wandering, like through the, like, where you're in this sort of like speculative open space. But it's
really an interesting narrative on grief, for sure.
But it's definitely a significant disconnect between what the fans were expecting and what actually happened. And it's not as much of like and as much as it is like an interesting story thing, it's not nearly as impactful, or I shouldn't say impactful, as easy to swallow as something like Joel offing the doctor at the end of the first game / series, right, in order to save Ellie, because we've kind of been building up to that the whole time. Instead, you have this big twist at the beginning, and then you have the grief from that twist that you deal with it the rest of the narrative, and it's not as a player, it's not as engaging as I would say as the first game was. This actually has got me is The Last of Us available for the PS5?
I'm pretty sure they like remastered it again.
So it's probably just available on the PlayStation Store network, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, you can definitely get it.
How much is a PS5 right now?
A lot.
It's still quite a bit, but I'm pretty sure
I'm fairly certain they just raised the price on it again, Reese.
Really?
Not again. I think they raised the price on it in response to the tariffs. I think I was hearing something about that.
I know there's like PlayStation Pros and stuff out, which are as expensive as the original PlayStation 5 was, like day one. But I don't know what the prices for those are looking like exclusive? Right now.
Did it never get Did Last of Us never get a PC release?
I thought it did. Maybe not.
No godly idea. Either way,
there was announced a third game of The Last of Us, though. So we did get that recently too, which I totally forgot about. But yeah, there will be a third Last of Us game, which will be interesting.
Ashley Johnson is the voice of Abby, I'm pretty sure.
Who?
Ashley Johnson
of Critical Role fame.
Oh.
And I think Ellie is no, she's not. Never mind.
No, she's Eli Page. If you're talking about from the game.
Yeah.
formerly known as Ellen Page.
Yeah, I guess maybe not.
PlayStation only.
Huh.
PlayStation only?
It actually doesn't list PS5, but I don't know if it would be considered a release for PS5 if it's just through the store. Either way,
I can get a PlayStation used for like.
Yeah, no, you should be able to track one down pretty easy.
Oh yeah, I saw quite a few PlayStation 5s on like Facebook Marketplace. You'll be able to get a discount.
I was thinking like I'm not gonna be getting that pre-order. I might take that
right
cash and get a PlayStation and then play through these games. That would be nice.
Honestly, do it. You'll probably have a better time. Honestly, like solo, you'll probably have a better time playing certain games for sure.
Yeah,
I know I've been having a blast playing games that I got a while ago and just never played until recently.
All right, let's shotgun through these and then take a break. Not a lot to say. John Wick 5 announced.
Yeah, so I guess the official announcement or official statement is they left the end of 4 open if Keanu wanted to do something or not, if they wanted to do a 5. Because, of course, the rule is if you didn't see the body,
you technically didn't see him die.
So,
even then.
So they might pull some bullshit.
I love that ambiguous bullshit. It pisses me off because it just weakens the impact of the story. But at the same time, I'm happy for another. I'm still excited for the next movie.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be right. I'm down to watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
I'm a little piggy. I'm a little consumerist piggy. Put on the John Wick 5 for me. I'm a squeal.
We'll be there in theaters. We'll be there.
But what I will say is Keanu Reeves being a part of it doesn't mean that it has to be a continuation of his life. These shows and stories do fucking flashbacks and this scene you never saw before that happened 10 years ago.
John Wick 5 is just about it's just a slice of life about how fucking sick his life was when he was not a murderer and was like married to his wife and just like extremely happy.
Okay, but like, yeah.
I want that to be half the movie. And then the other half of the movie, the complete opposite. Right. Like I don't know, him training or whatever, and then I don't know.
Right. So
that'd be interesting.
I don't know if there's been any details about what the story will be. Are they going to probably retcon his death? Maybe. They might have to just straight up retcon it. But
if he died.
Does the fact that that's if he even died. But does the fact that he's here immediately say that they're gonna retcon his death? Not really.
John Wick 5's hand. John Wick's hand
breaks through
the dirt.
Or he's just a zombie and it's just a zombie John Wick.
I want to jump this shark. I want this shark jumped.
Yo,
hell yeah.
Particularly you know what I would be crazy for is like a Chinese fantasy zombie, like a Jiangxi. Jiangxi.
Yeah.
Like they're fucking like body made of metal, has the same like muscle movements and memories from the previous life. Like that style shit would go so hard.
That would go sick.
Yeah, or like take his brain, like sure his body's dead, but they like harvested his brain and like plopped it. Yeah.
Let's get some fucking Wolfenstein bullshit here. Slice his head off and then catch it with a fucking drone or fly it way further you could ever fly a severed head and still have it viable to attach to a different body and then attach it to a fucking rinky-dink hodgepodge robot that was created at the bottom of this castle.
I know next to nothing about Wolfenstein, but I know the scene.
That's the only scene I know of Wolfenstein. Because it's like the only thing that stuck out to me with Wolfenstein.
Stupid. But it's also cool as hell.
It's also sick. It's sick as fuck. It's sick as fuck.
Oh man.
But yeah, not a lot to say. We just know that it's been confirmed. John Wick 5 is happening.
And we will be there.
And we'll more than likely be there. Speaking of another movie franchise getting made, and this is going to transition us into our last bit when we get back, but there is a split fiction film adaptation in the work.
Apparently. And this is, coming off of the success, the successful few weeks to a month of split fiction being out,
which I will say I guess there isn't technically like a minimum amount of time for something to have been out, but I feel like it's not been out long enough to garner the
hype
and
that
or
would
praise
justify a film
a
movie.
movie adaptation already.
Which is why I was shocked too when I saw that. But
They had to have this worked out before.
I feel like yeah.
Especially if there is this like the star. Is this
Sydney Sweeney is supposed to star in it?
It's so I don't know if it's super confirmed,
right?
But that's basically the person that I think like the director or whatever had in mind for that. So like it may not be 100% confirmed, but like he has said that he kind of wanted her to do it.
At the same time, I feel like Hollywood is really dry when it comes to IP.
They're starving.
There hasn't been
so
really
it doesn't
new
surprise
IP.
me because Split Fiction looks like it, has a really interesting narrative,
And I was
going to
say
for the plucking.
And I will say it would make a very interesting film actually, because the game, and we'll get into this later, was a lot of fun. It was fun.
Oh yeah, I know.
I would have thought we'd get something like, do we have a Mass Effect movie?
I feel like we
might. I thought we did.
Or even just something like a proper Halo film.
I was going to say, we have the Halo
I'm
series.
actually fairly certain Charlie, like Penguin Z, just put a video up when he said he just finally got around to watching the Mass Effect. I don't know. I can't type.
I don't know if it's a movie though. Film?
Mass Effect adaptation. Mass Effect TV series in the works.
In the works.
Amazon.
Interesting.
That was said back in November.
There was a Mass Effect film that popped up in your search when you were typing
but
it.
I
don't
figured
know.
if it was going to pop up anywhere, it was going to pop up under this too. I'm sure people have asked about a Mass Effect film constantly. A canceled film adaptation.
Oh, so
back in 2010.
So it was gonna happen, and then it didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. And I might reference this when I talk about the game later. But the character she'd play, I haven't seen her in a lot of things. I've rarely
She's
seen
a
her in
very
anything.
popular actress,
I know that much. Apparently, like
why do we go to Variety, not
Euphoria?
the IMDb? I want to go to IMDb, dog.
Mostly because I just click whatever link that Variety.
Oh, she's in Euphoria?
Yeah, she's in Euphoria.
I saw a really interesting take the other day that Hollywood has been systemically dismantling the star system.
Interesting.
Where they're instead promoting B and C list actors, not letting people rise up to like stardom in the same level as people like Tom Hanks, Nicolas Cage.
Are we seeing that, or has it just not been long enough to see them hit that status?
Well, that's what I'm saying, but
Keanu Reeves.
I think if you look at even somebody like, I feel like they're also trying to have their cake and eat it too. If you consider somebody like Chris Pratt,
yeah,
because there's almost been like a backlash when they have tried to elevate people because they're like, well, now I'm seeing Chris Pratt in everything. Fuck this guy,
right? Which, like, yeah, because the thing about that is like, does he need to be in fucking everything and play being every man in every fucking role?
Right.
Like, his one thing is like, I think the backlash on that was mostly like,
why is he Mario?
Why is he fucking Mario? But it also kind of makes sense that he was Mario, but then he was also the blues handler in the Jurassic Park movies, and he was the Parks and Rec dude. Everybody was like, oh, he's so goofy. And then he became action movie man. And
it's
then it's like they couldn't. It's like, it's one thing that everybody was used to typecasting, and it's like, of course you're going to see a person in this particular role, but when you take someone like Chris Pratt and it's like, I don't need to see him in fucking every role. Like, what the hell?
It's the fact that the Lego movie made fun of all the shit he's been in. That was great movie. It's so funny. But they literally make fun of that, the fact that he just plays everything. Because he is the main Lego character movie, I think. I think. I might be wrong, but anyway.
Yeah, okay. There's a couple really successful TV shows. There's 3 really successful TV shows: The Handmaid's Tale, White Lotus, Euphoria. I haven't seen Euphoria. I haven't seen any of them, but I've heard very good things about all of them.
Yeah, I too have heard very good things about all of them, and that she is a good actress. So, like, I'm like, hey, cool. But I think if you go back to the article, I want to double check to star. Does it say who she might play? Which one she might play? I forgot if it does.
Probably not.
Well, okay, so one of them. Okay. I think we know if yeah, Zoe or Mio.
Yeah.
Which they don't know. It would make sense if she played Zoe because
So this is a long way off. Sorry.
yeah. If they casted her as Mio, then it would be another interesting issue because Mio is the brown character, right? So I don't know. It'd be interesting. Obviously, I think she's gonna play Zoe if she is being casted. But regardless, the movie's being made shortly after the game was dropped and was receiving really good views. Yeah, you could see right there.
Right. It's gonna be Sydney Sweeney and Rachel Zegler.
Is Ashley?
You know what? It might.
Is Ashley Johnson the voice of the white one?
I couldn't begin to tell you.
So I'm looking at the mocap, and the face shape has got me thinking.
Maybe, I don't know. But
we'll get more into that in a second here, actually.
Yeah. So really, I'm more interested and intrigued because, again, the game was pretty good. The narrative was actually really compelling after a minute. Like, I wasn't sure how that would play out, but it plays out pretty nicely. They make a good play of it with the game, and it would make a very compelling film too. So I'm interested in this and hearing more about it in the future. But yeah, that's exciting.
I'll say sure. As someone who has not played the game, I have no frame of reference. I've heard good things about the game. I'm sure it's pretty good, just based off It Takes Two. Like how good that was. I imagine the game was pretty good, but it also just comes back down to the hearing this announcement, and I haven't even heard widespread I don't even know what the current. I know it's good, but I just feel like it has not been long enough to hear that hype build up to hearing that a movie's being made sounds exciting. It doesn't excite me yet.
The Last of Us had a fucking grip on us in 2012, 2013. I actually was probably closer to 2015, but
I think it was 2013. First one.
Yeah, but and it is fully almost a decade later that we're getting it, and just for Split Fiction to be boop, and to come out to it's pretty good, yeah, woo, and then to be we're making a movie is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
it will be interesting to see the production value and what all money they're throwing at this, because if they are doing this, it's going to be a lot of CG. Probably. So
if you're getting the director for Deadpool and Wolverine,
well, it sounds like it's the writer. That's who's writing it.
Oh, well, either way, having a name like that on here. No, with John Chu directing.
You're right. Screenwriters, right? Okay.
Yeah, said there was some other names they threw in there about who's going to be producing it and shit. Either way, I'm not gonna shit on this game at all. The movie at all. It might be good, it might not. It's just weirdly close to the release of the game.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Deadpool and Wolverine was a fun movie. I wouldn't say, good or bad, but it was just fun. So knowing that that's the person who's behind this, who's going to be behind this, gives me high hopes that it'll stay somewhat true to the spirit.
Right.
Which is pretty much what I really care about.
Exactly. So, well, we're going to take a break, but when we come back, you're going to tell us something about Split Fiction. So maybe I'll learn the hype during this review. My perception of this game is going to come entirely down to your review of it. So,
oh, well, damn.
Good luck.
I should have written a actual thing like I did Mario and Luigi. Damn.
That's unfortunate. Well, be right back. Let's finish this up with some game reviews.
Yeah.
Good game reviews.
All right. We're going to end this off tonight with some game reviews. Fluff hasn't read a book. That's incorrect. He actually has read a book, but he has not read enough to really be worth talking about yet. So going to take a bit of a pause from that and do some game reviews that Formz has been trying to get to. We have not let him because other shit's just been really important.
Hey, important shit is important shit. I usually have a backlog of things to bring up more or less. And when we get to them, we get to them. I don't really matter to me, honestly. But it's about that time for this. So yeah, split fiction. Man, the developers behind these games in particular, they've fallen into that niche that we've been kind of looking for a minute. That co-op,
couch co-op
game, and online too. Like that whole friend
split fiction online.
Well, like you can like give your friend like this code, and they don't even need to buy the game.
Oh,
like
so much like how It Takes Two, me and him were able to play co-op online.
and
like
only one of us needed to buy the game. The other person could
which
just
is really nice.
Yeah,
that is extremely nice.
So I think the developer is Hazelight, right? I think that's the name of the company.
I believe so. Yeah,
like they're doing great co-op video game work. Not only just in how people play, just connecting with people, couch versus online, right? That whole deal, but just like the gameplay is good. Now when it comes to between It Takes Two, which was the last one that they did, that was won a shit ton of awards, and you know, pretty much was like their magnum opus. I can say this might become that, maybe.
I always forget they're the guys who did A Way Out, the Prison Break game.
Yep, that one. I didn't play that one, which we could play that one.
We could.
But like I heard that one was really good too. And there's a fun kind of Easter egg with them, those characters in this actually.
Oh, really?
Now you said It Takes Two is about divorce.
Yes. It Takes Two covers a very
It Takes Two
topic.
had divorce as a main overarching theme. It wasn't really about divorce. It was actually more about reconciliation.
Yeah.
Is it about avoiding divorce?
Like,
do they? So, I was always curious if the two in the It Takes Two are the people who get divorced.
They're the married couple on the brink of divorce.
Yes.
They never. I don't think. Do they ever float the idea of divorce? I don't think they ever really like say that they're gonna do it.
No, they did.
Okay,
At the beginning of the game, they literally sat their kid down and said, "We're getting a divorce."
Okay,
and then the kid was like, "No, I don't want that to happen," and went back and like had her dolls and was like, "Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you. This is what I want." And then that's, and then that's your characters are the dolls.
The spicy Latin book.
Yeah,
yeah. Somehow, like the parents' spirits get put into the dolls. And that's who you're playing the whole game. And then like the book that she has, that the kid has is like.
Why did the kid have this book, by the way?
Good question.
I mean, sometimes your parents have books and you find those books.
Yeah.
True.
That's how I read the Mouse series.
And so,
that
series is for kids though.
Well, no, it would make sense.
I don't think it is.
Really?
No.
Well, I mean, hold on. When you say you were a kid, how old?
Like between 10 and 13.
I don't think that's a crazy age for Mouse.
You know, actually, I think around 13 isn't a crazy age for Mouse, but I do distinctly remember reading it, and I was like, "Oh, this is."
Was it because you found it, or was it a gift?
I found that shit. Like my dad's an English teacher; he had all kinds of books,
and that's why I was like, for you, it's not weird that you found it because your dad's an English teacher. But if it was anybody else, I'd be like, But you know, whatever.
I don't know, because I did a book report on Mouse in the 12th grade. And I remember my impression of those books was really like, how do you explain, like to the point that they're literally using mice and cats in place of like Jews and Nazis.
Well, yeah, they're using mice and cats in place of Jews and Nazis, but they don't pull punches on the brutality of the Holocaust itself.
This is true.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's still very like.
I wouldn't give this to like a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
No.
It's still very straightforward depictions of the horrors.
Yeah.
It's not your Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe because it's a very candid description of the dad's experiences in Holocaust.
Yeah. Like
but
they
I don't know
blow,
if they
but
get
don't
into some of
pull
the worst atrocities, especially when it comes to like human experimentation. But anyways, it's neither here nor there. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah. No, you're good. But like I wouldn't say in a similar way, because it's not similar with It Takes Two. It's like there's that topic is divorce.
Yeah.
But like the aesthetics and everything is, you know, definitely a lighter tone, right? Throughout the whole thing. It's kind of almost opposite in a sense.
I would say like It Takes Two, you don't navigate, like you're not navigating a couple going through their divorce. You're navigating a couple that wants to go, that have now accepted that they might be needing to get in a divorce, and you're navigating their reconciliation back into their marriage.
Like maybe, because I don't think in the end they're like, I don't remember if in the end they're like, we are going to stay together, or if it's just like,
no, they are.
We still care about each other, but we might get back together, we might not get back together, but we do still care for each other in the sense that, this is
I remember the ending being very much like they are very much back. They remember why they loved each other to begin with, and they've refocused their marriage.
Yeah. Which would make sense. It seemed like that would be the way that that's a game like that would end.
Right.
But yeah, that was It Takes Two, dealing with that. And this story, Split Fiction, is about these two writers or aspiring writers who are looking to get published. And, there is this company, they've tried to, reach out to publishers and just no one's biting.
Gotta love the rat race.
Yep. And then finally someone reached out to them and called them plus a lot of other people in, basically saying, hey, we'll help you out. We'll publish you. We'll, get your stories told. Right. And so a group of people kind of, go to this building, this company, and are put into these suits and get shoved into these machines saying, just do this. Just do this. Your stories will get published. This is the way that we tell stories. Just do this. And it turns out that these machines essentially, look into the writers' minds and play through their stories. And that's the premise of the game. I won't get into spoilers right now. I'll probably say that later if we still, I think it would still be fun to play with you. But it's up to you if you care about spoilers.
I don't care about spoilers, you know that.
But I'm not going to put a spoiler alert here yet. I just want to talk about the game in general. It's another fun romp. If you've played It Takes Two, you kind of know what to expect. Very similar things, very kind of similar movement, right? You got your double jump, you got your dash, you got your pretty much everything. A couple things that are different. You can wall run. Nice. A lot of course, wacky things happen. A lot of different scenarios and scenes and worlds that you go into because you're going in between these two people's, minds, right? And their stories that they have in their minds to tell, the stories they want to tell and get published. You're experiencing that with them. And it's the gameplay wise, it is harder. It's a little more faster paced than It Takes Two. I've missed plenty of I've had to redo a lot of things over and over again before we ended up getting it or understanding it. Unlike It Takes Two, even though there was a little bit of that,
right?
It seemed like it was more so with this one. Like if there was like a number of lives, right, that you had before it was like game over, you have to restart or whatever.
You probably have to have game over.
Yeah, like It Takes Two, you could have lived with it, right? Like you could have figured it out. It was easy enough.
Right.
But with this, you would have had your hair pulled out. You would have put the game down. You would have rage quit at some point.
I remember seeing a clip of this game, and there's a part where they do something real funky with the split screen as you're playing.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll probably get to it. I won't say too much about it right now.
Yeah, there are a lot of moments in the game where, especially because I think the jump, first of all, too, the visuals, like, I have a PS5, right? So, like, it looks really good. I don't know what I think it's released for the PC as well, right?
I would assume
Steam,
so.
I think. Like, I'm sure it looks amazing on that, too. But, like, the jump from It Takes Two to Split Fiction, and like graphic wise, like It Takes Two look great, but like it's crazy. It looks so good. But the problem with that is that when you're playing a really fast paced game, you could get distracted really easily.
Right. And it is on Steam.
It can get distracting. It's just a lot of shit's going on the screen at any given moment. So
world's a little too full.
Sometimes.
Too well fleshed out.
Split Fiction's available on most platforms.
Yeah, I figured it was. I just wasn't sure if I could say it was on PC yet.
It's available on the 5, PC.
It's not available on the original Switch. Or Switch. I say original.
Sucks.
Switch 1. It's not. I thought it was.
And it's coming out for Switch 2.
It's coming out for Switch 2, which is why I was telling some other people about it. I was like, yeah, it should be available for Switch 1. And I looked. It's like, no.
Nope.
Because it's graphically, I feel like they could have done some optimization stuff to it. But after launching It Takes Two on the Switch for MJ's parents, because we wanted to see how that would go with them playing that.
Yeah. How they would feel about getting divorced.
Well, they both play video games, but not a ton. So it's just interesting to see how they would do.
Right.
And yeah, they didn't do so great. They couldn't figure certain things out. But they're all right. But even
rusty.
Yeah, rusty. But even It Takes Two on the Switch did not look that great.
I would imagine not.
Because we played it on PC, and then when MJ and I played it, that was like a year or two later or whatever. On the PC, it looked pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, on the Switch, it did not look so great. So I'm like, you know what? That's fair. It would probably look like crap if they tried to port or optimize down Split Fiction to Switch 1.
Also, it just wouldn't be. I highly doubt that it's lucrative enough,
right,
for them to put the work into a console in its literal last year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess that's not technically true. I'm sure there'll be some support for the Switch for a while, but it probably made more sense to optimize it for the Switch 2 and not put those resources into the Switch 1.
Yeah, to garner more hype for the new system. Yeah, for sure. So, but yeah, it looks great. It played pretty smooth. There were not many, lag problems that I found when I played through it. But yeah, faster pace, a little more difficult. Not saying impossible. Obviously, if you die, you don't actually die. You just respawn again. They make it easy for you to get back into it.
Right.
Just like they have been. So that's always nice. But yeah, I was more, I wouldn't say surprised, but impressed seems a bit too much of a praise, but they did a great job.
Okay.
I think with the story.
Would you say is going to be Game of the Year contender like It Takes Two was?
Then you got to think about what other games came out this year, and
how many games are still yet to come out, because unfortunately you're sharing a year in which Mario Kart World is coming out, so good luck.
But I don't know if that's going to win Game of the Year, though.
Mario Kart World, I feel, can win Game of the Year.
You think?
I want to say 8 was in the running for Game of the Year.
More like Gay of the Year. I can only make that joke once.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop me, though.
I don't know. I could see maybe Donkey Kong getting there. Mario Kart, I'd be interested to see the reception to Mario Kart and to see if there is a drop off, people getting it, being excited, then playing it, and to see the retention, right, of the first.
Fair.
Not saying it would be bad. I'm just interested in seeing what that looks like.
I feel like you would have to do something. They would have to incredibly fuck this up to not see the same retention rate that Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe had.
Yeah.
Those games remained popular the entire life of both the Wii U and the Nintendo Switch.
I mean, also because they made it come back each of those times and kept on re-releasing it. But, it was a good game. Mario Kart 8 was nice.
Mario Kart 8 was one of the first games to come out on the Switch. And it remained popular. And it's one of the few games you can still hop on online lobbies and always get a full lobby.
Yeah.
Mario Golf can't do that. Trust me, I've tried. I play sometimes I'll go on to still unlock character costumes and shit, because for some reason they decided that unlocking character costumes had to be tied to the online system. Which didn't make a lot of sense, but the drop off on that was nuts.
Dang. Well,
you can still play PC, you can still play against computer players, but it's I don't want to have to sit for 60 fucking seconds every time. Well, not even 60, like 120 seconds every time I want to do an online match so that I can get through the leaderboard and get the costume for being A rank or whatever the fuck. But either way, not important.
Yeah, but no, like, I don't know. I think like potentially Game of the Year. I'm sure it's going to be nominated. The question is it going to win? I don't know.
Fair.
I mean, with what you know about the games that have come out at this point, what would you say?
That's the
I mean,
thing.
my pick is Hyper Light Drifter.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't
so-
know.
There's a reboot?
He said sarcastically.
Oh, yeah. Like, I don't know all the games that have even dropped this year, or you know, like I don't think I'm seasoned enough as a gamer to know whether or not this is gonna win. But I have a really good feeling that it will be nominated and probably be a top contender.
Yeah. It might be Repo, to be honest with you. The way Repo has taken over.
See, I don't even know.
I'm curious to see what the staying power of Repo is going to be.
Yeah.
Because Repo's taken over. It's been really fun. But
honestly, I don't think it's going to be much different than like Lethal Company or even like Among Us has been. Won't be a flash in the pan, but it's
I think,
right.
Because the main thing with Repo for me is I think we're starting to see people get to the skill cap pretty quickly.
Yeah. Like when you're watching people like run circles around the monsters and drop them down and taking shit off of them, it's like, okay, people have figured the game out now.
Yeah. Like if the game just gets solved, then I think you're going to see people lose interest pretty quickly. The shenanigans are only going to sustain it for so long. The thing that I think can keep Repo going is if they're able to get more content out for it, more maps, more monsters, interesting variations in the existing gameplay. If they can do that, I think it's going to stay for a while.
I.e., if a modding community really gets built up for that bitch, which it probably will.
Yeah. Anyways,
sorry, we tangented off of Split Fiction again.
I mean that's just our podcast.
This
right?
is true. This is true.
If we ever got a rebrand, we can do something like Tangent. The Tangent.
We could, actually. I've been thinking about it. But it's too much right now.
Be an interesting idea. Try it.
Yeah.
But like the story is I liked it. It's kind of cheesy at the beginning a little bit, getting into it. And you can pretty quickly see where it's gonna go. But I think what more or less kind of surprised me was the depth of the characters in a way. One of them more so than the other one. Their interaction and dialogue and the way that they, talk with each other and whatnot is a little cheesy and annoying at first. But then when you start learning more about them and what their problems are, what they care about, what their issues are, a lot of it starts to make sense, but also a lot of it you're just like, like, okay, this is vibing actually. This kind of works. So yeah, I mean, spoilers in 3, 2, 1. The publisher is evil.
Oh wow!
Shocking!
Shocker!
What?
I will say it took me a half a second to realize you were talking about Endgame. I was like, "Wait, what did Hazelight do?"
No,
or whoever the fuck published this. I don't know. Actually, who did? Don't worry about it. It's not an important question. I don't
distributed
know
or whatever.
Yeah, whoever the publisher for the game. Because I know Hazelight. I don't know if they do development and publishing or if they're just development.
Yeah,
it's not important at all.
No, but like.
Who would have thought the company that fucking forced everybody into suits of armor that like shooped their consciousness over to this weird ass alternate dimension was probably kind of fucking evil.
Yep, and this dude calls the machine the machine.
Corporations love us. So
the machine.
He literally just calls it the machine. Yeah.
Corporations are people too.
Yeah.
Put that on a bumper sticker.
Right.
Put that in a court case. Make it policy for the nation and justify the presence of money in our politics.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fundamentally erode a democracy over a period of years.
Yeah.
Anyway, Split
and
Fiction.
then we eroded all the way down in a matter of 100 days.
What if you put like a little hole in this?
Filled it with resin.
And then you took
your dick.
A needle tool hooked up to an air compressor, shoved it up there and just fucking blasted it and just went.
That'd be cool.
Sick.
Anyways, split fiction.
Yeah, he's evil.
Shocking.
He calls his machine the Machine. Very
specific,
very innovative,
and very non-ominous.
Yup. And the whole point of this machine is to literally extract the ideas of all these writers.
Of course.
So that he can publish them.
I'm not gonna lie, it's so cheesy, it's almost charming.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. It's like, oh my god. But the thing is, like, you pretty much realize that going into it,
right?
Like within the first 30 minutes, you're like, I see where this is going.
You walk into an all gray building that's completely just straight walled up, no matter what, with ominous red lighting.
Pretty much. Like instantly, it's like, oh, like they line all the the people who they gathered up, and it's like, yeah, wear these suits and go into these machines, and they're like, what do you mean? Like, huh? And it's like,
just security guards lining the walls everywhere.
Yeah, it's like just do it. Just do it. Just do it.
Trust me.
That's why you're here. Trust us. Trust us. You'll get your stuff. And the moment they're in their bubbles, he's like, all right, start the extraction. We need their ideas. And they're like, oh, okay, I see where this is going.
Motherfucker, you could just do that. Like, you really could just tell them you'd publish the book and then just renege on the contract. Most of these motherfuckers don't have the money to get a lawyer.
Well, I think too, their whole thing is like not just publishing their ideas, but like we're building a simulation of your ideas.
Because I was gonna say there is an insanity of evil corporation, like to the Everest to just steal some like poor struggling authors like IP. Spends the billions of dollars needed to create technology to like simulate and synthesize like imaginative context.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're also building it as like a simulation,
I mean, there's no commentary on harvesting imagination like a natural resource. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and that's
possible.
And that's another thing too, because it's like essentially, yeah, like straight ideas into video games is essentially what this thing is based behind. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it is a
where does the porn part come in?
In media, no. This is actually a porn game.
Website for you.
Oh boy, and it's free.
And it's free. And this is on Steam. Meaning there is definitely a mod scene.
Honey Pop?
Probably.
But yeah.
Anyway.
I still can't fucking believe that's actually in my Steam library.
Honey Pop?
Yeah.
Honey Pop 1 or 2?
I don't remember. I bought it for a depressed friend who just got through a breakup.
Fair. No, I don't. Joe almost bought it for me, and it would have been really funny if he did. Not Honey Pop, a different porn game you can get on Steam.
Anyways,
there's so many of those.
Another derail.
But yeah, no, like they create the simulations of your ideas, and then the whole thing is like, yeah, other people will experience it. There's like next level storytelling, whatever the fuck they're trying to do, right? And so, but the whole thing is that like Mio on the right, as they were getting bubbled, she was like one of the last people to try to get bubbled. She was like, oh, fuck no, I'm not doing this shit.
Yep.
This is fucked up. And she tussles with either the security guy or one of the scientists or something, and ends up getting shoved into the same bubble as Zoe.
Sick.
So,
oh no.
That is how
they wind up in their thing together.
They wind up in their split fiction.
Oh, okay.
How gay is it?
It's not actually. Yeah, this is definitely more of a sister vibe here.
You mean the two characters that never fucking met a day in their lives aren't immediately trying to fuck each other?
I mean, honestly, I thought it could go that direction too.
I mean, they can fall in love over the course of the entire game. That's like romance.
Right. I honestly
There's
thought
a
that's where it
harrowing,
would
fucking
go.
traumatic ass experience as an evil corporation tries to pull shit out of you.
Yeah, this is the perfect time to find love, dog.
Of course.
I thought that's where it would go.
I know. I imagine
before playing the game, I was like, they're going to get together and it's going to be a thing. But they don't.
Which is fine.
I'm
only going to cry about it later.
Right? I don't know. From the trailers, I got sisterly type shit.
It's sister. It's definitely sister. All the way. I wouldn't say all the way through. Of course, there's some tension at first, but you know,
sexual,
not sexual.
Damn. How do you know? You don't even like women.
Yeah, how the fuck do you know?
Good point. I'm sorry, Andre. I love you. But no, like it, you know, that happens. They go back and forth between each other's ideas. The side stories that you get into are basically ideas that, if you complete the side story, you save them from being extracted. And
So you're also running through other people's ideas? Because I feel like there's a lot of meshing ideas that go on, at least in what I saw.
Yeah, no, it's all theirs.
Interesting.
And so a lot of the meshing and other random shit that you probably did see, which does happen in there, is just either repressed ideas.
Oh, okay.
Or ideas that they had when they were younger or something.
Okay.
Like it explores all of that.
Nice.
And it also explores even, you know.
So you could get your lesbian scene in there.
I'm trying to think, is there anything close? I don't think there is.
I don't want to make that face. I'm so sorry to the public.
I doubt it. At this point,
people are allowed to be friends.
But like it explores ideas of grief.
No.
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 Just a little bit. No.
Just a tip, please.
Just a little lick. Just a little sucky suck.
A little suck. Shit.
But no, it explores grief, repressed feelings, and just a lot of dark stuff that I wasn't expecting, but you kind of were expecting, but you didn't know how much they'd lean into it type shit.
It's just a scene of Mio hanging from a ceiling by a rope. Just fucking out of nowhere. And then you just have to move on to the dragon flying.
We're in the spoiler section, Kenton.
I mean,
wait, really?
It's not that. But like it gets dark to the point where you think the next part could be that. So like basically Mio's father has a lot of health issues. And so for a long time she's been trying to, you know, figure out how to pay for that. I don't think her mother's in the picture, I don't think. Or died a while ago. I forget exactly.
Deadbeat.
But literally? Maybe. I don't remember.
One way or another, she's a deadbeat.
But like Mio's been pretty much the primary caretaker, trying to, you know, care for him. So she's been trying to get, you know, secure monetary funds. And that's like one of her big pressing reasons why she's trying to. Yes. That's another big theme throughout this. So
isn't capitalism great? Should just start being a genre from now on.
I mean, it is. We have repo. We have
true. I mean, as a genre, as in like, it should be one of the tags you can just like search by in Steam. Like, isn't capitalism great?
Yeah. So she's fighting through that the whole time.
Sarcastic. Parentheses genuine. Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Genuine
well,
sarcasm.
one is Civ and the other is fucking. Why can't I remember?
Is it another 4X or
Diegetic UI, the predecessor for Repo.
Not Lethal Company?
Lethal Company.
Oh, okay. The thing you said all of like 45 seconds ago?
Yeah.
Man, I love our brains.
So great.
Works so good.
But yeah, she's working through that and, you know, her anger and grief and dealing with that whole situation. Trying to learn how to open up to people and not be such a bitch.
Fair.
Kind of.
You could be a bitch. That's fine.
But it's be a bitch. That's actually perfectly allowed.
But like the way she acts in the beginning is definitely uncalled for. So it's like there's that balance, right? It's like, okay, she's being a bitch, but why is she being a bitch? And then it's like you learn more about her situation. You're like, I get it. But it's like,
But you can also stop being such a bitch.
Yeah. So there's that going on with her, and then
it's time to heal, bitch.
Yeah, that's her whole thing.
Heal, bitch.
That's literally pretty much her whole character arc.
Oh, I really like that. That's really good.
Which is cool. And then Zoe, her whole thing is, well, first of all, Mio is sci-fi, right? So like a lot of her character and personal, personality and everything.
The sci-fi aspects of.
Yeah, basically like, oh, humanity's ending, or there's a disease going around, and or the sun's about to blow the fuck up. Like basically existential crisis is her thing.
Sick.
For reasons, right? And then Zoe's whole thing is fantasy, where it's like all this, wild, unexplored, or magical world, and dragons and creatures, and all this stuff. Beautiful landscapes of like castles and whatever, which is cool. And she keeps talking about her twin throughout like the whole game. And it's implied. We pretty much know what happened, but we don't know what happened. But it's like, oh,
I'm gonna guess died in the womb.
That would have been interesting. But
okay,
no,
never mind.
She's basically like, I wrote this story when me and I forget, is it Ella or something? I keep forgetting her. Ella, her twin sister. Under my umbrella. But no, it's like, oh, I wrote this when me and my sister did this when we were young, or we had this cat when we were little that we played with, and so that's how this manifested in this story. And
oh man, your twin is not going to make it to adolescence, are they?
Yeah. So basically all of that happens, and it's just like Mio's like, why is everything like about your sister, and like why do you keep imagining, why are you being nice and cheerful? Like stop it. Like we're trying to get out of here.
Quit having fun.
Up. Yeah, literally. She's like, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to get out of here. And there's that tension pretty much the first half of the game, where it gets annoying a little bit, because it's like, Mio, stop being a bitch to her.
Out, bro.
Stop. She's trying to make the best of a bad situation. You're doing the thing that you're supposed to be doing.
Like, as long as you're working towards getting out, the curmudgeon, I need to the whole time is like
just unnecessary.
Yes, that's what I mean by she's being a little bit of a bitch for sure. But
well, the white girl needs to learn that minorities have it hard. Man, I fucking hate that I said it the way that I said it, but I still stand by it.
Yeah. And so it's like she's doing that throughout the whole game, talking about her sister and the things that they did when they were younger and how it manifested into this story. Essentially coming to find out that yes, her sister died, but the way that she died, she was with Zoe and they went to some kind of riverbank and she drowned, and Zoe was trying to save her, but like she was young and lost her grip. And so she blames herself for the death of her sister. And that manifested in this crazy Hydra, like it almost like The Shining, kind of. If it's like there's like the barn, like at the end, like in the middle of this like just endless lake, and then like she hears her sister crying for help, and then she's like, oh no, it's just tears. She's running and she sees the sister drowning, and she's like, no, I'll save you. And then she slips, and then the water turns to blood, and then all of a sudden the Hydra pops out of the water, and now we're fighting a Hydra.
Okay, quick pause for a hot second. Show of hands, who has seen The Shining? Does that happen in The fucking Shining? I know not exactly what he's describing, but can you think of anything in The Shining that happens like that?
Part where he breaks through the door and says, "Here's Johnny."
That's all I can think. Are you sure you're thinking of The Shining, or is there a different movie?
Isn't
you're
like
of?
a fucking?
Like
doesn't the hotel flood with blood or some shit?
I think at one point
that's what I'm referencing when I say that part specifically, where it's like there's a thing at the end of the hallway, like the girls or whatever on the elevator
then
thing.
blood appears and floods everything. Like, okay, I see.
It gave me those vibes, like they were channeling that.
I was just like, I don't know The Shining well enough. I've seen The Shining like once in my life, and I'm looking at Izzy, and Izzy's also like,
yeah. The only reason I know that reference to is because of Ready Player One's reference to it.
We should watch The Shining one of these nights.
We should.
Yeah.
But but it sounds like you're drawing that comparison because it was particularly evocative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And there's a shit ton of that throughout the game. Obviously, they're pretty much known for, making nods to other games, other references. There's like 2 or maybe 3 Samus references in the game.
Really?
Yep. Really cool. There's this really one moment where like the style changes and you're like in a story notebook thing and you're, playing as like hand-drawn versions of them on side-scrolling adventure thing. They do a shit ton of really, really cool shader changes and scene transitions. And one minute you're split screen, now you're not split screen, and then you're split screen again. And it's crazy. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's like a next evolution of what you would expect to happen after It Takes Two.
It's a very interesting and seamless transition. And then the thing I mentioned earlier about them like playing with the split screen, where there's like a point where like the way, so this is the one I saw, and I'm sure you probably went through this already, then is the screen, the split will rotate around the players as they go through this.
That is part of the final boss battle.
I figured it was pretty late. It looked really difficult.
That shit fucks you up.
Yeah.
Like that shit's crazy.
Like you're legit, you start with the split, and then as a character moves, you just see it start like tilting and rotating around the other one. And because they're both playing in different fictions, you have to be able to get one player to their platform and then let the other player get their rotation around so they can see.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, as the fights can be hard.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we've died many a times going through that, Michaela and I, but like, we got through it. But yeah, the end of that game is really cool. The things that they do gameplay wise, for sure. But yeah, the story really, I got invested. We both got pretty invested.
Nice.
For the right reasons. She ends up, after that whole scene with the Hydra, we beat the Hydra, she ends up seeing her sister in the barn where they grew up. She couldn't really approach the sister. She was crying and sobbing like, I can't do it. Mio goes over and is like, hey, so she's having a hard time. And the little sister comes over in her, child form and is like, it's not your fault. It was never your fault. It's okay. Pretty much that. And so like, there was that whole resolution. I almost cried. And then Mio's resolution was she basically had to fight her own inner anger, essentially. Her own demons, literally. Yeah. And that manifested in a giant autonomous robot thing. That was a robot version of her. And that was a pretty sick fight too.
Nice.
So, yeah. And then they end up essentially beating Big Bad Bro, Tech Bro, who is like, stop trying to break out and trying to harvest your shit.
I'm trying to make your intelligence artificial.
Essentially, more or less. And
no parallels here.
No parallels whatsoever.
Nah. And so he tries to break in, and he's like the final boss that you fight. And at the end,
just two girls just absolutely beating the fuck up on one. I don't know why this is making me laugh so much, but it's like all the fantasy sci-fi shit you just went through. The final boss fight is just two girls beating the brakes off of a dude. It's
just
like executive. Yeah.
I mean, essentially, but at the same time, he's able to get into their simulation somewhat, like basically sticking his head in the bubble, and he's like, God, essentially.
Oh no, I'm sure.
But
I just think it'd be really funny for it to all happen in the real world and it's just assault.
Yeah.
It's just assault and battery.
Fair enough.
Which implies criminality on their part, which I don't agree with. Kind of a Luigi Mangione-ish
I guess
situation, but whatever.
But I don't know. You could argue it's self-defense in a way, but it's like,
well, I mean, he was literally extracting their intelligence, and it's it doesn't sound like it's a benevolent process to the one being extracted.
Yeah. Do they ever say what happens to the people being extracted? Do they just like leave with their?
That's the thing that I was like, oh, they got to be like crazed out and freaked out. No. At the end of the game, when they break out and Tech Bro's all defeated, his machine's broken, the other guys just get up out of their bubbles and just walk out.
Interesting.
Which I don't know what they were experiencing, but like
they were having a great time.
I guess.
They were just having fun.
I mean, they were going through all of their imaginative stories, living through them in real time. I mean, I could tell you.
All the fantasies you got up in there.
So much fucking. So so much puss. Like it was.
I don't even mind if you steal my
I just want.
As long as I get to experience.
Actually, that would be adequate compensation. But also, I feel like, as much as I feel like they could harness that technology for so much good, right? Like if you had the option to literally like fight the physical manifestations of your demons in order to work through your trauma.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, come on, like sign me the fuck up, dog. We're doing that every week. Like,
Exactly.
let's go.
Right up until you realize that, man, some of these fights are way
out
harder
my
than I
most
thought they would
elaborate
be.
sexual fantasy.
Exactly. So yeah, at the end of the game, they break out. Mio's dad does unfortunately pass, but at the end scene, it's her kneeling by the tombstone, and she and Zoe's coming up behind her, holding out the book that they both published together called Split Fiction, and it's just the cover of the game.
Nice.
It's like, oh, we're selling crazy. Like people really like the book, and it's like we're really proud of what we made together.
Was
We're
this right
best
after his
friends
death,
now.
or was she like visiting the grave?
It was visiting the grave. I don't know if it was like said if it was like directly after the funeral or not.
Because it'd be something quite fucked up to be like, I see
Sorry,
you're grieving your
dad's
dead
our
dad.
business is going really well.
Look how fucking good our numbers are, though.
It did kind of feel like that.
Oh God!
But she was cool with it. She was like, "Oh yeah, no, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
proud of it. He would have been proud of it."
I'm chill. I've solved my dad's death mentally for me, so
Yeah, I'm good. I'm past it now.
Right.
no grief in this heart. I
So-
killed it, literally, physically.
A sense of relief washes over Mio that she doesn't know how to deal with.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought.
Ooh, baby.
I'm sorry.
Bruh.
Yeah. Yeah. That was supposed to be funnier than it actually came out as.
No, it's just the dark reality of
Ooh,
dealing with
yeah.
chronic illness and family members.
Yeah, I really should have thought about it all the way through before I said it out loud.
No.
Thinking about thinking things all the way through before I say them out loud.
Your
But
mom's
yeah.
a whore.
Your mom's a whore.
I really thought about that one.
Anything else to say about Split Fiction?
It was a lot of fun. Difficult at times. Got through it. Oh, there is one challenge that was really cool, and this would be quick. But they made a very difficult challenge that we wanted to try, and once we immediately started to try it, we're like, we
Nope.
can't do this shit.
Really?
And it's called Laser Hell. If you want to look it up, you can.
God.
But it is literally 5 stages of obstacle lasers that you got to get through.
Yeah.
It's insanely difficult. And apparently at the end of it, well, not apparently, you can see it in the video, but like at the end of it, the creator, the director, congratulates you in the video of him
Really?
just clapping, saying, "Congrats, you did one of the hardest things that you could do in this game. Well, the hardest thing you could do in this game that not even most of the developers could do. And whoever finds this first, I will fly you out here to see the game that we're making next."
That's sick. That's a crazy.
So
You know we're
They
doing
know
this.
who found it.
and that, yeah,
When me and you play, we're doing this. You
we're
know this,
going
right?
to. They
I
make
mean,
this.
a lot of these games, you can get that data. You can just straight up have it connected to the internet, especially considering probably most people are going to be playing online.
Yeah, they make this seem like it was light work. They spent hours trying to do this.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's funny because you hear them starting to talk after the first couple trials, but then it gets silent here.
Because it's like this looks difficult as shit.
And the thing is with this is usually in the game, like when you die, like you just respawn at the last checkpoint, right? Mm-hmm. That doesn't happen here.
Oh, you have to just do it from all. You have to do it all the way through.
Insane.
Yeah. So if you die here, you got to start all the way from the beginning.
I've done stuff like this before. These challenges, as long as the gameplay is really good, is a lot of fun to learn. Like it really does tickle the skill mastery part of the brain. But yeah, you definitely it's always a final secret mission thing you got to do.
Holy shit!
Right.
And the thing about
Holy
that,
shit, dog.
and the thing about that end too is you got to both be there together. If one of you dies, they go all the way to the beginning, and you have no way on continuing. So you also have to go all the way
You
back.
have
to,
to
the
go back. Jesus.
So you both need to be there at the same time to open up that next room.
Jesus. Well, me and you were doing it.
And I was like, that is what we can definitely do together. Because even I couldn't do it with Michaela, but no offense, I knew we wouldn't be able to do it, even if I was able to get through it somehow.
That's fair.
No offense, MJ, I love you.
But you suck at games.
I mean, I was sucking too, but like, if I would have spent,
this isn't about dick time, all right?
It's about it kind of is though.
If I would have maybe spent 2-3 hours on it,
like you're gonna have to grind this shit out and lock the fuck in.
That's what everybody said that they did. Essentially, it's like people are like, "Oh, it's not that hard. Just you got to spend a whole day to figure it out, and then you get it." And it's like, well, you underestimate that's a whole full day of grinding. That is a whole full day. But
for a ton of people who are not content creators,
24 hours of grinding. Like, what do you?
And for people who aren't going to get the reward because I was already given out, it's just a pat on the back, like cool, you did it type thing. But so yeah,
I feel like we're gonna fly you out to see the next game should be a much harder challenge than that. Like that looks difficult, but
no, like I said, that they make that look like light work. The way that was chopped up. That was after hours, and the controls that you have, like those jumps, need to be timed perfectly.
Like, no, I get it.
And dashes.
I get it.
But it's also like, it's not like everybody goes through that. That was a secret entrance that you needed to find. So it's like, you needed to look at this code at the top of the elevator, and you needed to step on the elevator a certain way in order to activate that. So
then you access hell.
Yes. Essentially.
Fair enough.
So it's like the people who found that out were like, what if we tried this thing that nobody told us we should try? And then they found it. And it's like, oh shit. Let's sit and grind this shit out.
That is a pretty cool secret.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. Well, that's Split Fiction. I'm sure sometime in the future, me and you will sit down and play it. I am down to do it whenever you are open to.
Oh yeah. Honestly, I'd love to do it whenever, as soon as we can. I would love to stream it. I want to stream it.
I would too, but wait, no, this is on PC, right?
Yeah, it's a PC release. Yep.
I don't know why I keep thinking it's Sony only. It's PlayStation only. But yeah, no, I would be more than happy to do it, whether we stream it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Sick. So maybe be more on that in the future. Like I said, everything all the reception I've heard about it lately has been pretty fucking good. Like it's been pretty much as well received as It Takes Two.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I've only heard a lot about it because I've played it and I talk about it, but like I wouldn't be surprised if people haven't heard too much about it, but usually that's not a bad thing. It just means that like it either went pretty all right or really good to the point where it's only really being, talked about in certain areas or groups, especially a video game.
Cult classic style.
Yeah, kind of, for sure. But it is a game that you have to have someone else to play, right? It's like you can't solo this and you can't AI bot this or computer this. You have to have someone else to play with to play this.
Which that's fair.
So not everybody's going to be able to play it in that mindset. Therefore, not everybody's going to talk about
Discord and Reddit communities you can hop on, and
it's definitely there.
There's someone to go play with you, especially the fact that you can send someone a free copy.
Yeah,
if you don't have anyone that you can play with in person,
you can find some people.
You can find people,
find some randos.
Yeah. So yeah, find yourself a rando and play this game because it is really, really good.
Rando.
Another banger from Hazelight. Yeah, another banger. So. If I had to rank it, I'd rank it probably 8.5.
Okay.
That's pretty damn high for him too. We all know he does not understand the 10-point scale.
No.
He doesn't.
Nope. But hey, it ranked higher than Mario and Luigi.
That is higher.
Which one?
The most recent one that came out.
Brothership. Okay. I wanted that pause there because I'm going to ask, how much do you have to talk about?
Not too much. Because I think I talked a good amount about this already. It was mainly just me being like...
I was going to say, because if you get... Otherwise, you'll probably save it, but probably... Can you keep it to 15 minutes-ish?
Oh, yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
The question is, are me and Dom going to interrupt you?
Yeah.
Are we going to?
I mean, I didn't.
Are we
say
going
it.
to stretch this bitch out to a good 45 to 50?
Well, look, it's all about content. All right, I'm here to generate content in between whatever the fuck you're talking about.
God damn.
to bring some interest to the conversation and then go back to the whatever shit. Yeah.
I say is what I talk about is probably the most boring thing ever.
It's not boring. Honestly, I find them all very interesting, but it's the unfortunateness of it being 11:45 at night.
And I also think it's like we don't go to those websites much or read too much of those stories, but I'm always interested to hear what like next update is for all the stories you read because they are very interesting.
Yes.
So,
all right. So we have one more game for the night. Did you 100% or did you just complete Baldur's Gate 3?
Just completed it. I don't think.
Is there a 100% state? Okay.
No.
It would be incredible. I'm sure someone's done it, and they're probably people
I actually
who
don't think anybody has.
Really.
Yeah, I mean, well, this is pure speculation, but from the developers, I've heard that there's about 2 hours of content left in the game that no one's discovered.
Really? Interesting.
Yep. So, like, even if it was possible to 100% it, which, given the divergent nature of the game, I don't really think it is. I don't think that all of the game has been discovered yet.
Interesting.
Wow.
At least that was as of probably 4 or 5 months ago that I heard that rumor. So
wow,
really? That's a big player base.
Yeah.
I know I
still have 2 hours not discovered yet. That's crazy.
Right? And I know I said it like a while ago when I talked about this game initially when I first started playing it with MJ, but like I was mad that this won Game of the Year and not Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, it's honestly no contest. I see why this game won. It deserved to win. It deserves everything it won. It's incredible and crazy, like how divergent it is. All the shit you could. The fact that 2 hours of the game still haven't been discovered after this long.
Honestly,
unbelievable.
Are there speedruns of Baldur's Gate 3?
Oh yeah,
because usually
people have gotten through it in like
if there's speedruns,
this one is like around 5 minutes.
Nice.
What is it? Something crazy like
I can
that.
imagine. But if there are speed runs, that means there's probably a glitch hunting scene, and there's a glitch hunting scene that usually means there's people like breaking the fucking code down. The idea that no one's come across this yet is very interesting to me.
Very clear. I'm taking this from hearing somebody talk about an interview with the developer that they saw.
Okay.
So that is not a substantiatable fact on my part. I don't even remember where I heard it, but I was like, this is interesting.
But at the same time, I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it because we only played this through one time. It took us a while because we were trying to, experience it, explore it as much as we could. By the end of it, we were so beefed up with our our characters. We were able to summon. I don't know if I posted anything about it, but I'll send it to. I'll post it after this. I don't want to take the time to do it now. But you'll be able to put it in the episode. But essentially, like we had about an army of like, I think it was like 13 to 14, like between me, her, our 2 other actual party members, and all the summons we were able to do because of all the spells that we had.
Nice.
And scrolls that we had. We had like about like 13 controllable characters that we were able to go into these final battles with that made it pretty much a slaughter and easy for us to finish. Along with all the other characters that you could call in to help that you made friends with along the way. So like we were beefed up essentially at the end of this game to take on fucking God. And it was incredible. The experience is unmatched, I think. We really want to play again, but the problem with that is just
long.
It's long, but it's still kind of the same story, like the same big story beats you're going to be hitting pretty much at the same time. And we tried to fight as much stuff as we could. So I feel like a lot of the battles.
Well, I mean, did you turn the beholder into your pet?
The what into the pet?
The beholder into your pet?
The owlbear? No.
Beholder.
No, beholder.
The behold.
That's a different beast.
In the first act, there is a mysterious face that you can get. When you throw it, it spawns a beholder.
Oh yeah, the vial.
Mm-hmm, the
yes,
vial.
Yes. We didn't get that.
You didn't.
We couldn't find it, but
there
we knew
is
that was a thing.
I got that shit by random chance. I was like, "Oh, what's this? I'm gonna pick this up," and then later I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna throw it." And then it turned into a fucking beholder, and I was like,
"Dude, you didn't know?"
I had no fucking clue, dog.
Bro, that's hilarious.
I had no clue. And then later I saw there's a spot where you can get it instantly zombified and then make it your pet.
Nice.
Interesting. Yeah. See, it's shit like that where I'm like, this game deserved it.
Yeah.
It deserved Game of the Year. Because, like...
It's games like this that inspire the entire genre of media that I read that is just people inside of games.
Yeah.
That are like...
Right.
Absolutely. So, yeah, it was a great experience. And the moment we finished the game, we instantly felt a hole in our heart because we were like, damn it. We want to play again, but it is a longer game. And it would be fun to play as different classes, of course.
I was going to say...
But it's like...
What I generally hear with people saying when they like the replay value of this game is more about playing as different classes, than it is about necessarily experiencing a different story.
Because there are a lot of different dialogue trees you can go down being a different class, and like you're easily being able to gather certain, friends and party members if you are a certain class because of the certain dialogue options you have. But is at the same time again, it's still the very same story beats.
Right.
You can go down different paths, but they all still kind of lead the same way. You can play your evil run. You can play your lawful good run, right? You can become the absolute where you go to the dark side at the end of the game, sure, but you're still hitting all the similar battles, the similar big main character cutscenes and stuff. So for that, we're like, I don't know if we really want to do it again, but it's one of those things where it's like, I want to erase like the memory of the game I just played so I can experience it again for the first time all over again. Right.
Which is like the reason I have not gone back to play Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom since they came out. Cause it's like, I guess it doesn't really have the character choice differences to be made, but it's that idea of like, I want to forget the experience so I can have this. Cause a lot of it really is like the wonder and awe of being in this new experience.
Right.
Yeah, what was I gonna say? I kind of disagree. No, I didn't play all the way through the game, but I feel like there was enough choice in like the different ways that you could do or make it play the game, the romance options, or like just the fact that because I made a couple different choices in the beginning of the game, there was a kid that died that I could have saved, like stuff like that. Like I would love. I think I could find myself just doing this game over and over and over again.
Yeah, I feel like it's down to, do you enjoy the interconnective tissue, or are you more about the big plot points, which I feel like is the dichotomy going on here.
Right, and to that point, I totally agree with a lot of the people who are like, oh yeah, I this is my 8th playthrough. I have like thousands of hours in this game. That's awesome. This game definitely has thousands of hours of playability, like absolutely. And even in like the 3rd act, you could still recruit members to be part of your party, which is insane. Like we got to that point, and it's like, oh, we killed him. It's like, wait, was he an actual party member you could have recruited? It's like, yeah. It's like, well, what the fuck? You could still recruit people even after the main shit happened. Like crazy. So it's like there are elements to the game where I'm like, that would be fun to go back and try again. But again, for me, it's like
the 2 hours of content nobody's found yet. Is they're just not recruiting the boss or whatever the fuck you're talking about in that 3rd act.
Yeah, it's like one kid. That's the interesting thing though, is because just like you make one decision in like Act 1, and you don't realize how that dominoes, and then in Act 3, you can't recruit that character because of that one decision you made in Act 1. And it's like everybody says that character is cool, but because you did the stupid thing in Act 1, you can't recruit him in Act 3, or shit like that happens. And so it's like, well, I wish I knew that.
Right.
So for reasons like that, I'm like, dang, I want to play again, and so I can try to play as that character or recruit them, or try this storyline that is a little offshoot. But
part of me The more I hear about stuff like that, the more I want to make sure that whatever I do the first time is just like a genuine whatever the fuck I want to do playthrough.
Yeah.
Because being able to do stuff like that because of your choices is like very validating and fun. And also being barred off from stuff like that is just like, it's really cool because like you made a choice and that choice had consequences and like tangible consequences that affect how you play the game, the characters you had access to, and not just what color explosion shit was at the end. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Yeah. And that's fair. I think that was one thing that just the different play styles there is, you know, after a certain point, we were just like, okay, we want this to happen. How do we get that to happen? And then we just look it up, which, you know, takes a lot of the fun out of the game like this when it's like, okay, there are guides for everything, right? But for a lot of what we it's like, hey, I want this thing or I want this to happen. How do I make it happen? We just looked it up. So I will say that's what we did, and we still had a good time with it, but that could play into why we don't really want to play it again, because it's like we did all the things that we really wanted to do. We don't have necessarily a whole bunch of regrets that we would want to go back and do, but for that reason, I think is why we don't necessarily feel like we want to play again. But again, that doesn't mean it's a bad game. It's an absolutely game of the year game. Definitely. Play it as much as you can, honestly. It deserves that much. It's crazy. I actually
bought it within the last year to play and just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah, definitely hop into that. You're going to have a lot of fun. I had a lot of ideas for like D&D characters that I'd want to make if I get into another campaign or something. I'm like, dang, I didn't know you could do this as this, you know, class or as this.
I have a campaign idea I want to do. Actually, I was going to talk to y'all about eventually.
There's gay 3.
Yeah.
Gay.
Something a little more comedic, but I think it has like potential to be. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that, but that was actually a criticism that a lot of people had of the game, was the fact that it was same-sex marriage, like
really?
Relationships. Well, yeah, well, it's the same type of people. They're like, this game is shoving same-sex relationships down my throat because they exist.
Because the game landscape is going too woke, according to certain people.
Because I'm like, to that aspect, I'm like, they kind of let you do whatever the fuck. So I feel like the people who are complaining
it's real
that it's
fun
doing
when
that.
people complain that same-sex marriage isn't a thing when it's like, it's just the choice, bro.
Yeah, so like you're making that choice. So
either you're making the choice or you're focusing. But there's
you're saying something about yourself here, my guy.
There's inherent illogicalness to the entire argument. There's no point trying to find logic in their argument because there is no logic to be found.
Yeah.
So hell yeah.
That's Baldur's Gate. And that screenshot there is, I don't know if that's the only time a 99 difficult DC pops up. But it is one of the very few. And we do the thing where it's like, okay, we don't get the roll we want, we refresh. We
your saves
all
come
the time. But for this one, we were like, oh, it's 99. We're not going to get it.
Like, this is not meant to be it.
Yeah, and it's like, we're fine. This is like the boss. This is like the big daddy of the game. If we don't get it here, they obviously don't want us to get it. So we're like, whatever the fuck. Roll it the first time. We get a natural 20 critical success. So we're like, how often does this happen? This feels scripted.
Right.
It's not scripted.
Did y'all save scum and try it again, or did you just look up like the other people doing it?
No, we like... Well, we tried it again to see if it was scripted, and we didn't get a 20. So the first time that we did it, we got a natural 20. So we're like, what the fuck? But all that really did was just like took out a third health of the boss at the end, which was nice, but like, I don't know.
It wasn't really changing anything.
Not really.
For the story.
It was just really validating. Like,
nice.
After all the times we've redone rolls and like reloaded and stuff just to get the roll we want, being able to get this on the first try was crazy to us. So that was fun.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's Baldur's Gate.
Fuck yeah.
Game of the year. If it wins again somehow, I would not be opposed to it.
I don't think I agree with that, but yeah, no, I've heard nothing but really good things about it. I see friends of mine on my Steam friends keep popping up playing Baldur's Gate constantly. I'm going to sit down and play through it.
It is multiplayer online, I think, right now.
Oh,
actually,
really?
like they just dropped that update. So like, yeah, we could literally.
I think that's been around for a little while.
It might have been. I just remember that like MJ's friends, the bridesmaid and the husband, have it too, and they've been wanting to play. It's like cross-play multiplayer, and we can do that now. I don't know when that happened. I thought it was somewhat recently, but maybe that's just me not remembering. But yeah, we can do cross-play multiplayer now.
Hell
So,
yeah.
Yeah, if you do end up doing that,
I'd be down.
let us know. We'll hop in parties.
I'll pop on my PS5. You pop on your PS5. I'll be downstairs. You'll be upstairs.
Or I'll probably just play on my PC.
I would say, yeah, PC works too. We could be on our PS5. Y'all be on PCs.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We'll probably do that. Stay tuned for that. All right. It's late as fuck. I'm very tired and I feel my Advil wearing off. Holy.
Loaded episode.
Very loaded episode with a lot of stuff we needed to get out of the way. We've been holding off on for a few weeks now, but glad we finally got it out the way. Yeah.
Switch 2 stuff just be popping. We just have to keep reporting.
That's probably going to be a constant, at least for the next probably 3-4 weeks or so. Like, get ready for that, because there's definitely probably going to still be more news there's still talks about them, like some stores getting rid of bots and stuff, and like Walmart removed their Switch 2 pre-order page completely.
Oh wow.
And there's been a talk about them when it comes back up is because they were getting rid of botted orders and duplicate orders and shit like that. So we'll see if there's any more of that, but
damn,
kind of just I'm just dealing with that on a day-to-day basis.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so
Lycan diatribe.
okay,
close enough.
Do it again.
Lycan diatribe.
5 stars.
Oh, that's my thing.
Oh, sorry. You know what?
Patreon.
Hold on. Wait.
No.
Do it again. Do it again.
Okay. Lycan Syat tribe.
5 steers.
Fuck it.
Pat Leon.
Yeah, subscribe to us on our Pat Leon. It's currently only $1, still under construction. Shout out to Mike, our original old god. Still holding us down there, buddy. Yeah, and that's pretty much going to be it for us tonight.
Yeah.
I think we're good here.
Yeah.
Ready to go?
Stay gay.
Peace.
Bye.
You just start hearing.
California.